I got a burp coming. Stuck.
Okay.
It's stuck. It's stuck. Hold on.
Force it out.
Burp me, dude.
What's up?
Get harder, dude.
Yeah.
That it?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Section 10 podcast. Here are your hosts, Jared Carrabis, Coley Mick, Steve Peralt, and Tyler Milliken.
What's up, and welcome back to the Section 10 podcast, episode 635, presented by Kalshi. It is the home of your 46 and 48, tied for third place, 9 straight wins, Boston Red Sox. My name is Jared Carrabis, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Coley Mick, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Tyler Milliken, and he killed his dog Bullet, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room. Steve, how you do it?
Ooh, what up, Section 10 in the building?
In the motherfucking building. Brewed by Blue Moon.
Suck one.
Produced by Jose. Woo! Thank you, Jose. Section10merch.com, patreon.com/section10podcast. Me and Steve are in Madagascar. Coley is in Maine. T is in Mattapan. And Jose is in Texas.
Where do I live,
And-
Jared? If some
Wareham.
No, Steve, watch it, okay? I saw you
couldn't hear me.
whispering.
I
heard it.
I
The
didn't
whole
say
world
shit.
aired.
I didn't say nothing. I
All
said
right.
nothing.
All right.
2K Bagzewski should be in Philly with us, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should be here. Yeah, shout out Bones. Shout out Bones. Threw an absolute fucking banger out there. Almost melted my phone. It was something special. It was something to behold. You know what? That got the juices flowing. I've had to fucking burp for 20 minutes, and it's just right here. It's like I had Steve burp me. It didn't work. Like I'm trying. Like when it comes out, it's gonna come out real. I might throw up. I really might throw up. Anyways, the Red Sox have won 9 straight baseball games. There it is. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. 9 straight games. And how many? It's 14 out of 16, T?
Nailed it.
14 out of 16. Not in a playoff spot yet, but a half game back. And Felger and Maz, man. Felger and Maz are like, oh, Jared's an idiot. Don't buy into it. Oh, they're not real. Just keep your pants on, Jared. Keep your... Blah. Yeah, dude. How about 9 straight up your ass, Felger? Hey, Tony. How about the Red Sox winning 14 out of 16 games, pal? Hey, Big Jim Murray. How about you take those glasses that are clearly not clear glass, they're always colored, and why don't you shine them up real nice and look at the standings, because the Red Sox are a half game back of a playoff spot, pal. Oh, well, they're still under 500. They don't have a winning record yet. I don't give a fuck what the record is. Are they a half game back of a playoff spot? Yes. All right, so then who cares what the record is? The American League sucks. It's not about what your record is. It's about how many games back are you. And they're a half game back entering the All-Star break. Another year. It's another year of winning a bunch of consecutive baseball games going into that All-Star break. The momentum, is it going to continue in the second half? Stay tuned. Probably not. But it's fine because they're going to do something at the deadline. And you know what, Steve?
I love this version. We need to stick with this version. This is incredible.
Yeah.
It's like a techno mix. Let's go.
It's the same song. It's just extended.
But you don't have to keep replaying it. This is 1,000 times better. Here we go.
See?
I feel like I'm off the drugs.
I feel like you're off them?
No, he's
like
saying
I'm
it
in a
like a
club.
teen. He's trying to say it like a teen.
Yeah.
For those listening in the car, anywhere you are, Jared and I are sharing a mic if you're not watching on YouTube. So I probably won't say much in this show, but yeah, Sox are buzzing.
Sox are buzzing. People are feeling it right now. Before, I mean, I would say prior to this Mets series, I feel like every step of the way of this run that they've been on, I'm like, I need to see a little more. I need to see a little more. I need to see a little more. You know, because that Nat series fucked me up. It really did. Hold on, we got another one? All right, that was not as big. The National Series really fucked me up because the 4-game sweep, and credit to T on this one, T was like, listen, you had your moment. This could be your breakout series. This could be the moment in time where it's like, do something. You had your Yankee sweep. This is your moment. What are you going to do with it? And what did they do, T? They shit down the back of their pants in that series against the Nationals. You got bitched out by Cade Cavuzzo, and you lost 2 games. You lost a series. You had 2 chances to win 1 game to win that series. You couldn't do it. But ever since then, it's been nothing but wins. But it's like, all right, sweep, series loss. Sweep, it's like, all right, well, can they keep this going? And then another sweep, right? That's where we're at. 3 sweeps. 3 sweeps in this run of 14 out of 16. I've been feeling it. It's something where, again, and I said this before, I'll say it again. You got to come out of the gates in the second half, at least not bad or lukewarm. Like, show me something in that first series. I know I'm asking a lot because, again, it's not that I'm saying, like, I need a win in this series. I need a sweep in this one. It's more so like you're playing well and to finish the first half to get back in it. But we saw it last year that the All-Star break, it cooled off momentum.
Okay, the mic's Jose. Mike's going crazy, right? All right.
Jerry was screaming.
All right, just making sure. We'll tone it down a little bit. But no, to echo what Jared said, and I had tweeted this out, and we had talked about it. Somebody made me aware of it. I believe it was a guy named Ryan on Twitter.
Shout out Ryan.
The 10 games before the All-Star break, the last 4 seasons, 2023, 8-2. Out of the break, they're 6-4. 2024, 7-3. Out of the break, they're 3-7. 2025 last year, 10-0. Out of the break, 4-6. 2026, 9-1. What do you do in the 10 games out of the break? And we've talked about it. They got the longest home streak. We got the longest homestand. This is the craziest. Longest homestand coming up right now.
Throw the mic out the fucking window.
At home.
You unplugged it, you dickheads. I hope they get thrown out. I want someone to call the hotel and get them out of that fucking building.
Are we?
Welcome back, guys.
Are we good? Well, I realized we did have to bring it down a little bit because we were so loud initially.
9 in a row.
9 in a row. All that to say, folks, they got a long homestand, the longest of the year coming up. Yep, I'm loving that the sound's going for all of this. But how do they handle it? How do they handle from post All-Star break to August 3rd? You got to just play good ball until then, and there's really no chance you can sell at that point, right, T?
I think the big thing to me with the way Garrett Whitlock was speaking, and I appreciated him framing it this way, we dug ourselves out of the hole, and I think that's how it should be viewed. The first 3 months and 10 days that existed this season that were miserable and were hell, you've clawed yourself back from something that it looked like nobody thought you were going to survive or make it out from. And somehow you did it before the All-Star break, which feels even crazier to look at this point in time. But you went from 8% playoff odds 3 weeks ago. You were at 40% when we started this podcast right now. Just the streak you went on, but not only that, what happened around you, the Mariners playing garbage-ass baseball along the rest of the American League, everything, it was the perfect storm to get you in the middle of this race and back in this conversation. And man, you can understand what happened those first 3 months. We have to think about it when we're formulating an opinion on this team. But in some ways for them, they've cleared that entire slate. And now, from here, wherever you go, that's what this season's going to be. And they're in a great position to do that when you have one of the best pitching staffs in the sport. And hopefully Roman coming back at some point in time.
Coley.
The fucking Sox, man, you know?
Coley was right about that.
I didn't
Totally
disagree.
right.
I didn't disagree. I mean, what did I say that disputed what he just said?
There was one person who voted Sox.
Sox.
He's saying the ketchup.
I didn't know what he was
right,
talking
right,
about
right,
either.
yeah.
I'll go
But-
fuck myself.
I mean,
No,
his tweet the other night was just spot on.
It's so much better when they win. For me personally, I don't know. I'm sure there are people out there who enjoy when they lose. I'm not one of those guys.
No, I'm not either. I love when they win. I'm happier when they win. I have more energy when they win. It takes me less time to get out of bed in the morning when they win. I've definitely noticed that when they're bad, I wait, my alarm goes off, and I'm just like, I'm just going to lay here for a little bit because I just don't feel like getting up today. But no problem getting out of bed this morning. I'll tell you that right now. The Boston Red Sox have swept the New York Mets. It's 9 straight victories. It's a little bit, I know that we don't like to jump ahead on the show, but today's game, for anyone that's like, it's real, it's a fluke, it's not real, blah, 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 like, keep your pants on, like, oh, it's just the Mets. Okay, fine. Yeah, like, are the Mets having a good year this year? No, but Major League Baseball teams are very difficult to sweep. Like, you won your series. It was 2-0. It was the 9th inning, and yeah, Francisco Lindor, he fucked up. He made an error that should have been a game-ending double play to the shortstop Francisco Lindor. He boots it. And what do good teams do? When you give them extra outs, they take advantage of that situation. 1 out, runner on first, ground ball to shortstop, Taylor made double play, Lindor boots it, and then you end up loading the bases. You have Devin Williams in the game, who at one point was one of the best closers. I know he's. It's now 2 consecutive years of not really.
The giveaway was yesterday, and then he blows it.
So then you have that situation. Devin Williams is in the game. They paid him a lot of money to be the closer. He walks in the first run, and then not only that, I mean, Jarren Duran on this run, he had that walk-off hit against New York. Hasn't been having a fantastic season, and it wasn't a bullet through the right side. It was like the Jorge Posada. It was the 2000. It was like a little blooper. It died a hero, shallow right field, and it was a very catchable ball on top of that. So they don't make the play in right field, and they end up tying the game. And not only that, Coley, I see your pinky,
waiting.
but in I know I'm just saying in the 10th inning, you're doing things that you didn't normally do, right? Like these are not 2026 Red Sox things to be like, all right, it's the 10th inning, you have the ghost runner, let's bunt that guy over and then bring him in on a sac fly. Like those are like it's just not 2026 Red Sox baseball. The way that they won the game today said so much to me that it is a season of chapters. And the chapter that we're watching right now is drastically different than the first 3 months of the season. Coley,
Wasn't how they won games from 2018 through the first month of 2026, if we're being completely honest. But Wilyer and Romy, feel free to see a pitch. Like those were back-to-back pitches, T. First pitch, Wilyer was out 2 different times on the first pitch this game. And what I appreciated about everyone else other than those 2, they saw so many pitches. Rafael, I guess, saw 3, and he singled on the 3rd one. Everyone else, I think they knew what he was throwing based on how well they were taking those at bats, drawing those walks. Those aren't at bats they have ever. And even with the Duran hit, was that a scorcher? Obviously not. Masa's was, and that was 2 outs. So that to me evens out. Those Masa's hit should have been the one that drove in the tying run, if not more. Duran's should have been an out. We were still up.
I think there's a lot of things in this series, and it's one thing to frame this Met series like that Angel series where you're playing arguably the worst team in the entire sport. But we did watch this team lose 2 out of 3 to the Rockies within the last 3 weeks. Think about yesterday's game and today. Eduardo Rivera came up and started that game yesterday and had to work as deep as he did, something he hadn't done in months at this point in time. Peyton Tolley was on a pitch limit today with Brayan Bello coming up from the minor leagues. Like, you weren't in this spot where you had your best guys out in the rotation going and doing their thing. No, not to crap on anyone here. No.
feels like you're crapping.
All I'm saying
feels
is
like a crap situation.
It wasn't a perfect situation for the Red Sox this weekend, and they found a way to overcome it again and again to be 0-43 after trailing 8 innings and to finally get a win. Even if it was handed to you in certain ways, that stuff is meaningful. Go and take a win when you have a chance to go and take one. Durbin, 7 pitches. Monasterio, 6 pitches. Shove that pinky up your fucking ass, Jared. I'm still finishing this cake here. Sorry, that was a little mean.
Yeah, what?
But Monasterio seeing 6 pitches. Caleb Durbin seeing 7 pitches. Right now, the brand of baseball they're playing where number 1 in baseball over the last 30 days in sacrifice bunts and sack flies, we are playing a different brand of Red Sox baseball. Is it perfect? No. They're going to slug the world? No. But they've kind of found their identity a little bit, and that's pretty refreshing.
Yeah. So, you were mentioning some of the adversity. Wilson Contreras is suspended right now. He's your best hitter.
4-0.
4-0 without Wilson Contreras.
Wow.
Like, that's
He's
not
the problem.
nothing. The fact
Trade
that
Get rid of him while you can.
oh, there's other people that aren't playing that they have good records when they're not playing. But I'm just saying.
Roman?
With whoa. No, he's been not playing.
Got to be above
but-
500 without him now.
Actually, I can give you the exact
Probably.
record, I think.
Anyways, Romy Gonzalez has been excellent. To be able to step up when Wilson Contreras is suspended, and then have, I was looking at someone was like, the run that they've been on it's without all these guys, and like Ranger Suarez was on the list. I was like, I feel like that's kind of a stretch, but now that you're approaching the spot in the rotation now, where it would have been Ranger Suarez, now you can count all right, yeah, we did all this without Ranger Suarez. You can't count that before his turn in the rotation.
He missed us.
But Brayan Bello, I just want to make this point about Bello. On Saturday, when he was in line to be the guy on Saturday and they didn't go that route, I was like, saying a lot. They don't want the negative vibes around. And then he ends up coming up Sunday and they're like, hey, don't worry about it. He's going to be a reliever. He's going to the bullpen. He's not going to mess up. And I even was a little iffy about that. I was like, I don't know. Like, if he's pouty, it's just we got a good thing going on. I really don't want the poutiness around. But he goes out there in a bulk roll today, pitches fantastic. Credit to Brayan Bello. Credit to Brayan Bello for coming into a situation where I feel like not all eyes are on you, but it must be difficult / uncomfortable when the last time we saw you, I'm sure it's demoralizing, humiliating to be sent down, but the last time we heard from you, you gave us the Nick Pivetta speech of, I'm a starter. Really? You can be a starter for the Woo Sox then. And to come back up and be like, put your tail between your legs, be like, I would like to help the big league club however I can do that. If it's a starter, great. If it's out of the bullpen, great. And he pitched very well out of the bullpen today, so credit to Brayan Bello.
The theorizing and the stuff he gets in trouble for that never happens in the real world remains insane to me. Like, did he want to stay a starter? Yeah, of course. It's his job. It's what he gets paid for. Was he pouty today? No. Has he ever really been a nuisance around the rest of the team the last couple of years? Not really. So he he didn't complain. I remember when he got sent down, people were like, he might not even show up to Worcester. Showed up immediately. He's done his job in Worcester the entire time. He came back and he's been, I don't know, he could do what Mason Miller does. Mason Miller can't do what Brayan Bello does.
Garrett?
He didn't, not that he should have shown up immediately and didn't, but he technically didn't show up immediately to Worcester. They were like, take a breather and then come. So he was disgruntled.
He did what the team told him to do. He was there, 36
Because they knew how to
hours later
manage
instead
him.
of 24?
They told him to not go immediately because of how pissed off
He
was.
also-
like that is a
I do
factor.
believe it was reported, though, like he was willing to go immediately. Like he was ready to go.
Correct.
Sure.
He handled it better than I
But the
thought he was
facts
going
are
to.
that they told
Right.
him not to
A
go
lot
there
of the
immediately. I'm
criticism
just
that
saying- I'm
happens
not
to him
saying
isn't what happens in the real world. It's in this fantasy land.
I think the pouty version of Bello existed pre-2025, and we got away from it for a year. And
Agreed.
it was very refreshing to see the maturity. And when it backslided this year, I think along with the behavior in Toronto, shaking your head when the manager is coming out to get you, the Carlos Narvaez incident at Fenway where you're telling the catcher you don't need him when you're shitting in front of everyone. It's going down your leg and we're seeing it. But to see what he did when he went out there today, he was a new pitcher. That changeup, for all the talk we've had
He's an
about
old
him,
pitcher.
yeah, 29% changeup usage, 29% sweeper, 29% sinker. He's throwing the changeup hard. It was up 1.5 miles per hour, up 0.8 on the sinker, 2.6 on the fastball, 8 whiffs. He was pounding the zone. It's now a 0.92 ERA out of the bullpen for Brayan Bello. So, he's showing he can survive in that role and give you length. And I do think those things are pretty loud with the current state of your rotation. And it feels like he's going to factor in some capacity moving forward, at least for the next week or two after the break.
T, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because I was going to ask for the bullpen ERA. And I'm not going to lie, when we're in Philly here doing the All-Star stuff, we were getting the team store tour out of the way. I didn't see like the innings 3 through 8. And so I just look at the box score and I'm like, damn it, he did it again. That boy Brayan Bello came out of the pen and was just unstoppable. Like that, what did you say? 029
9-2.
Or 092.
092, whatever. It's an O. That's crazy that's where it's at right now. And if we can get more of that moving forward, that would be great. But what we need is Kalshi. You know what I'm saying? You can trade every game, folks, on Kalshi. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability changes, T, you can buy in and out of your position for a limited time. Listen up. Download the Kalshi app and use the promo code SECTION10 to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi, that's Kalshi. Trade on anything. I will say, just a brief little summary of this series, and I think Coley mentioned something similar last series. There weren't many innings they scored. Again. Yeah, I did. I was doing the math. I felt proud of myself that I got it right. 6 of 27 innings. I'm not counting the extra,
Correct.
Whatever, the 10th. You get a free run. So 6 of the 27 innings, they scored runs. And yet the biggest difference in this team recently in this stretch, they're adding in the big swings. You're getting guys and still unexpected dudes, Monasterio, Tony Seagulls. Like, you never really know who the guy is going to be. Even Duran with the blooper, like, I'll take it. Whatever it takes in that situation, entering the 9th inning down by 2 runs. So it is weird. Let's just be honest. This is strange. I think we all feel a little odd. Like, obviously, like, we all kind of ripped this team earlier in the season, and that was correct. And I'm going to say the same thing as last show. It's okay to be right then and be right now. You can be right in both situations, saying they were terrible then, and now they're buzzing more than any team in baseball. And, okay. Now nothing? What? Okay. But at this point, you have to look at this team and just enjoy it. We invest so much time into the Boston Red Sox. I just want to have some fun.
Garrett?
And we're having fun right now, so I'm not going to complain. All right, you switched over. Jared?
People want us to say that we were wrong about saying that they were bad.
They were wrong.
Yeah, well, they weren't wrong either, because I feel like the people that are like, oh, you guys said that they sucked and now they're winning. It's like, yes, they did suck. Like, that doesn't, you don't unsuck the suck.
They're still,
You just
they
don't.
went on a 9-game win streak. They're still under 500.
I think
No, hard that is
2
to
games
do.
under.
I think where
It's very hard
people
to do.
are looking for maybe some form of acknowledgement, I think it's 2 subjects. I think it's people who wanted to sell earlier that were willing to sell off parts of the roster a month ago or set the market, like that conversation. And I think maybe the conversation surrounding Craig Breslow's job. I think those are the 2 talking points. I think some people wanted on Chad Tracy in a certain way in the Alex Cora conversation as well. I say those are the 3 topics, but like, I'd say the Tracy Cora one's a little less because we saw them hit a new rock bottom under Chad Tracy. I do think the first 2 things are the loudest topics.
I would still sell
Yeah.
Sonny Gray tomorrow.
I mean, honestly, I do think we're going down the path that we've had the last couple of years where it's going to be a buy-sell. I kind of feel like that's the favorite right now for what's going to happen at the deadline. And you could make the argument that you can do that and still make yourself better if you're going to
But they
improve
never have.
areas of
They
weakness.
never have.
Yeah.
dude.
No, I
Breslow
know.
needs
Yeah,
a
that's
good
what's
trade
no, you're-
deadline. He hasn't had one
You're
yet.
not wrong. It becomes the thing where it's like the intentions are right, but then the execution sucks. And so you're just kind of stuck in this no man's land of like, yeah, we meant to make these moves, but we
They
didn't.
get-
So that's probably
They
where
got,
I'm.
they got Dustin
Yeah.
May and Lucas Sims and who was the fucking asshole from the Angels?
Garcia.
Yeah, Luis Garcia, who's terrible.
Couple grand slams.
So it's like, just be assertive. And what we talked about last episode, where
Who hit the
they were
grand
like,
slam?
let's be
Garcia was the reliever.
let's be honest about where we're at. Like, that has to mean more about how the rest of the league's bad. Because I can't have it's already coming out right before we got on. Castillo was like, the vibes have changed, and if you trade one of those guys, it's going to deflate them. I can't have that. That's why you didn't trade Xander. It's why you didn't trade JD. Like, that can't be the reason. It really can't. That's bad reasoning.
I'm very interested on the Sonny Gray front because I think today how they handled Peyton Tolley was kind of jarring for a lot of people. I don't think people realize where Tolley is at in terms of workload. And the Connolly early conversation kind of shifted away because he got hurt. But if you look where Peyton Tolley is right now, he's thrown 99 innings this year between the bigs and the minors. Last year, he threw 108 innings total. So how many bullets does Peyton Tolley have as you go into the second half of the season when he's been insane? 3.11 ERA, 3.23 FIP, everything you could have asked for. Figuring out that whole rotation spot is going to be part of this equation moving forward. And Connolly Early, who is it 15 days and 2 or 3 days, is not throwing or playing catch yet. So, like, how long is Peyton Tolley? Where's Garrett Crochet, who still hasn't been cleared to throw a baseball either, which feels insane. But, like, the longer that drags out, the more uncomfortable it's starting to become. Because, like, how long is it, this, like, in-between step that wasn't supposed to be that big of a deal going to play out? We're talking a month now, where, like, this mild lat strain is seemingly a much bigger issue than we realized.
Also, Connolly Early got, like, a positive scan from the Red Sox doctors, and he himself got a second opinion. Not a good look for the Boston Red Sox.
Do you trust the Red Sox medical staff?
I agree with Connolly, but that's if you have rookies being like, I've got my own doctors, thanks, that's a bad look for your club.
I mean, Roman's a rookie, and he's probably like, hey, man, look out for you. Don't let them
I'm
tell
not
you
taking
what's right and what's
medical
wrong.
advice from him either. I'm not listening to him.
I don't know about medical advice, but like being extra cautious about the opinions that you're given by the medical staff. Like I would say Roman is someone that it's like, yeah, dude, like been down this road before. I would seek your own medical opinions instead of just relying on theirs.
Still not a good look for the team.
They're hot right now.
Oh, it's a terrible look for the team. The medical
yeah,
staff.
man. Connolly Early's.
He's just talking to Sox. Like, yo, they've won
Connolly
a lot of
Early's
games.
diagnosis was confirmed, and Roman Anthony's diagnosis
I'll just
was
talk
confirmed.
about injuries, but the Sox are fucking winning games.
Seeing these sweeps by chance, like
Yeah, there's a lot of wins.
By the way, an arm that will
Damn
factor
good.
in at some point is Oviedo too. He is progressing in this
forgot
throwing
about
program.
him.
I know it feels like he doesn't exist because he pitched one game here, but he does.
Oviedo. I'd like Suarez. I think he get hit by a bus, and I think he just missed like one start. I think he's just built like that. So I'm not worried about him. But no, I mean, how much the innings part is a factor, but don't you think they were like, we just want to get like maybe 4 innings out of you? Maybe. And obviously he pitched into the 4th. But it's like, how much of that had to do with team and it being the break? Like if this game happens a month from now, do you think he's on the same, or I guess a month ago, do you think it's the same? Like I think it was everything. I think they're like, we could probably steal one here doing this.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of all of those things, but I think we've seen with the days off in terms of rest, how it impacts his performance. I know we went through those numbers last pod. I think it's just going to become a bigger and bigger thing as we go along because like we're going to skip a month forward and he's going to be in uncharted territory.
But
somewhere
this is
he's
also,
never pitched before.
That's also part of looking at the rest of the season. If you're already counting on 40% of your rotation, more 60% of your opening day rotation just not being a factor in September, that's not a team built for October.
Well, you're going to add in Jake Bennett too, who threw 75 innings in the minors last year and then 20 in the AFL at 95. This year, he is already at 86 innings between the minors and the big leagues.
Like,
so like these are big parts of what you're doing in the rotation right now. Cutter Crawford doesn't exist anymore. Like
No.
I don't acknowledge his existence. I'm sorry, Cutter is
Sandoval. We've talked all this without Sandoval,
who looked good, but like, you know, let's see what it looks like as he rebounds from Tommy John.
yeah, against
2
real
years
teams, all that. Yeah, I mean, I don't care about.
You guys are being Debbie Downers right now for a 9-game.
No,
I'm
I
not.
just think these are like things that need to be discussed.
I couldn't be happier.
I did guppies, dude. No one else broke out the guppies but me.
We're not there yet. I'm playing versions
I
of this
broke out
song.
ass. What are you talking
I'm playing
about?
versions of this
I
song
threw
you can't even
ass.
comprehend. Your song sounds terrible compared to mine.
It's the same song. You just got the director's cut.
I will say this is credit to Coley because that version of the song totally matches 3 straight road
That's right.
sweeps. That's exactly like I don't want to have to keep play. No, we're going to give you the techno extended version, and that's going to match. When's the last time they did this, T? Was it the 70s or something? Like a 9-0
77
road?
or something like that.
JP had the stat.
Insane.
I saw it.
77, huh?
Great year.
It's right here.
Why?
77, man?
That's what I
Yeah,
thought
what
I
was so
saw,
great
but I
about
don't
that?
know that it's correct.
Yeah, 1977.
What happened in 77, T?
It was a legendary year for pop culture, especially Star Wars dropped. Punk rock started that year. the album Rumors from Fleetwood Mac, which is a classic, dropped as well.
It's a great album.
I love it.
Did you even realize that album went in our album draft?
Yeah, I did.
No, he
this
didn't.
is a plug right here, actually.
Who took it?
This is a plug right here. If you want to hear our draft on the BID Patreon, go subscribe, go check it out. If you want to find out, because if I tell you here, you're probably not going to go listen, right? So get over there as fast as you can. We're about to sell out if you don't get over
tone
there.
in T's voice when he's lying. He goes, yeah. I know that's lie, T.
No.
If you're asking him to repeat something that was said near him, you know he wasn't listening.
No.
I don't think this is becoming a thing. I don't listen when other people talk.
Becoming a
You
thing?
don't, though.
I hear everything.
No, you don't.
I just don't always have it in my brain.
You know what you should have in your brain,
What?
T, is that no baseball date is complete without Blue Moon Belgian White, born in a ballpark 30 years ago at the Sandlot Brewery in Denver, Colorado. Blue Moon's bold flavor, bright explosion of color, and iconic orange slice ritual guarantees a one-of-a-kind beer drinking experience year-round. And for those occasions when you want a lighter option, you can reach for a Blue Moon Light at only 95 calories and 3.6 grams of carbs per 12-ounce serving. It's a refreshingly light alternative beer brewed with real tangerine peel. And if you're looking for a great-tasting non-alcoholic beer, you can try Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic, still made with real Valencia orange peel and coriander with just 80 calories. Great for when you want to hold the alcohol, but not the flavor. We're probably going to not hold the alcohol downstairs after the podcast because Jay Reel's down there with Mikey, and why not celebrate a nice trip with a Blue Moon? Yeah, I think that's probably the move after the podcast. Blue Moon Light, a wheat beer from Blue Moon with exceptional taste and only 95 calories. Blue Moon Belgian White, brightly brewed with real Valencia orange peel and iconically garnished with an orange slice. Get Blue Moon Light delivered by visiting get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared for delivery options. That is get.bluemoonbeer.com/Jared. Blue Moon, made brighter. Celebrate responsibly. Blue Moon Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Suck one.
Yeah, suck one, Steve.
You know how in baseball, everyone's got that can't miss training tip, but most don't actually improve your game. A lot of hype, not a lot of results. That's how I used to feel about hair growth products until I added Nutrafol to my lineup. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand and the official hair growth partner of Major League Baseball. Nutrafol's hair growth supplements are physician formulated, clinically tested, and NSF certified for sport. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach, and that's what I was worried about personally, because where you are in your hair journey, we all start and end at different places, and Nutrafol has formulas for men at every stage. There's Nutrafol Men for guys 18 to 49 to help grow thicker, fuller hair in 3 to 6 months, and Nutrafol Men 50 plus designed specifically, listen to that, specifically for men 50 and up who want to keep the hair they've got. Adding Nutrafol to your daily routine is easy. Order online, no prescription needed, with automated deliveries and free shipping to keep you on track. Plus, with the Nutrafol subscription, you can save up to 20% and get added perks to support your hair health journey. Find out why Nutrafol is the only hair growth supplement brand trusted by Major League Baseball. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you visit Nutrafol.com and enter promo code Section 10. That's Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code Section 10.
Yeah, so because, all right, put it this way, I got a couple things I want to say here. Number one, last year, the Red Sox won 10 straight games to go into the All-Star break, and we were in Atlanta.
You remember.
Yes, we were in Atlanta last year, and people were furious that we didn't do like the horn. And I was like, we're in a hotel, and like we weren't like screaming and stuff because I was like, it's late and we're in a hotel and we don't have the soundboard. So Coley has a soundboard, so we made sure we had the horn. And this feels like a pretty like you can be loud hotel and no one can like hear us. I don't think.
What makes it that?
Like I haven't heard a soul.
I don't fully know what makes it that T to that point, but I will say that Jared started the show very loud, and I kind of had to tone him down a little bit because if there is somebody on the other side of this wall, they are pissed right now. They are not enjoying what's happening here, but it is a nice hotel. For sure.
I haven't heard another person, so as far as I know, yeah, there's a decent.
What's the floor number? Can I
5?
get the room number?
It's the number of home runs that Ted Williams hit in his career, actually.
Okay. Well,
Thank
I mean,
you.
that's super easily Googleable.
Okay, yeah, if
I
you
mean,
want to go
no
beat
one knows what
Jared
hotel
with
I'm in.
hammers, follow the location. Where are you located? What's the hotel?
Yeah, why would you say that?
I'm just putting options out there.
For who?
Anyone with an
A
axe to
hammer.
grind.
Anyone that's got a hammer handy.
That's crazy.
Hey, I'll be there to protect you, big
Yeah.
dog.
No, you won't. You're gonna sit right there and you're not gonna do shit.
Buddy, I would go to war for you.
No,
Coley?
you just put my
How
life
many
in
home
danger
runs has
2
Ted
seconds
Williams hit
ago.
in his career?
Yeah, go.
I was
go check
hoping
that
Coley just
massive
stepped into
Ted
your
Williams
frame.
piece.
Like he just walked in behind you with the hammer.
Doesn't say on the picture, Jerry.
Uh,
Full, I have 561, but I don't think
Close?
that's him.
No.
521.
Bang.
Yeah,
Well, you said it.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
could-
puts
I
it up
can
bang.
read.
Yeah, puts it up bang. Yeah.
Bang.
Why don't we get an update on the Red Sox postseason odds on Kalshi?
What T?
Are they over 50%? I think we're over 50%.
I'm gonna go 48.6.
No, wrong. I would venture to guess we're over 50%. I don't know how far over, but I think
Yeah,
we're
I'm
over
going-
at
I'm
this
going
point. After 9
I'm going
straight.
62.
62.
On the Kalsh?
I'm gonna go 50 57.
Kalsh?
50
Actually, yeah, Kalsh is always like pro
Yeah,
Sox.
well,
I'll
I mean,
place
they're a
it
half
55.
game back right now, right? Or am I making that up?
Yes, but there's still. I mean, not to throw a little damper on the situation, but I was saying this earlier. I think the first half of this season is such a reminder of how fucking long a baseball season really is. Like it felt like climbing a mountain with cinder blocks in your backpack just to get this 2-week stretch where you're back in it. But it was a long 3 months and change of just being absolute dog shit. To have everything change in 2 weeks, it's like all that is a reminder that everything can change in 2 weeks'
Yeah.
time. Like I know that it took over 3 months to get here, but it can take 2 weeks to be mathematically eliminated again.
I got to say something right now, and I feel like it's deja vu all over again because we've done this now, 3 seasons in a row since the 10 has been back. Let's just remember this moment right now. Remember this, and to the naysayers, yeah, it might end up going poorly at the rest of the season. Just shut up. Remember this moment right now. This has happened every year this decade. This moment keeps happening, and I'm saying it in a positive way. So when you have one of the worst stretches ever, like that 3 months, there's still a chance that by the break, you could be in playoff position or right there. I'm just saying. This wasn't even one of those weather percentages of 0.1. This was a 0% chance that they were only 2 games under 500 at the break. So yeah, I didn't expect this to happen, but still, we got to remind ourselves there's a chance this can happen every season. So if this is next year and there's no lockout, let's just remember this moment.
The issue is like the way they've won these games is the exact way they played when they were losing the games. They're still not scoring runs. They're still pitching well.
Couldn't agree more.
Like there's really nothing other than Seagulls. There's no like new guy lighting it up. Like I guess Romy's back, but more even with them, they're still just not scoring runs. Like they scored 12 runs outside of the ghost runner in 3 games against the Mets.
And do you notice, by the way, like anytime people that do this for a living, us included, you put, Lou in there, everybody, when they're asked about this stretch, the beginning of the phrase always like, well, they're doing a little this, a little that. Like everyone just kind of doesn't really know what to say because you're right. It's the same formula. It's been the same exact formula of the entire season, but now we're seeing the other side of it. It's why this was so effing frustrating the first 3 months of the season because we knew they were capable of doing this. But the reason we thought they couldn't is because they didn't.
No, they
They
sure
consistently didn't win the close games. They consistently didn't have big swings and moments you'd expect. And so it's now we're just, I saw Lou's walking the dog in New York, and he's just almost kind of, I don't know, man. I mean, they're winning. Like the result has W on it instead of L. So it's not like it's a completely different formula. It's just they're finding a way to stack up wins, which seemed completely impossible, if we're being honest. But while we're definitely still in the Kalshi segment. 48%, 48% chance.
T said on the
That
dot.
is up 28%.
Only I
Which is
could
insane.
nail it and be told I was completely wrong.
Good job,
Thank
T. Tony Siegel's number 48. I'm glad that he's 48, by the way, because anytime I saw that number, I'm like, Pablo, you bitch. Now it's you look at that number and you're excited, so that is good.
Thanks, Steve. So over the life of this 14 out of 16 stretch, where do you think they are? Where do they rank in runs per game?
22nd.
So like 16th based on the way you're asking
I
it.
feel like I went low.
15th.
It's right there.
I didn't.
Oh,
But that is the ultimate
So I
example.
clearly-
Can you just be an average offense and actually do something with runners?
Was that the right answer?
It's 13th.
I was gonna say, well, I don't think
It's-
we got
no,
the
it's-
answer.
No, it's 13th. Yeah, 4.88 runs per game. The league average over that span is 4.66. So right about league average.
That's all you have to be with this pitching staff. That's all you have to be. We asked them to be that all year long and said if you could do that, you'd be a playoff team right now.
I also
Yeah, they've been a league average
It
offense.
does- I would love
and
to
that's all it's
know
taken. They
their-
won 14 out of 16.
I'd love to know where they rank first 5 innings for offense, because it does seem like the pitching
Coley, I can find that out
pitches
for you.
well with a lead, but it does seem like, because even in this series, they scored 2 runs in the 9th of the first game. Like they do tack on.
6th.
They're 6 in the first 5. That's
Yes.
interesting.
Over the life of
Yeah, obviously.
this stretch.
What is
yes,
it, like
yes.
2.6 runs?
3.31.
Okay.
The league average is 2.63.
Okay. So they're scoring like an additional run and a half innings, 6 through 9. It was 4.8.
Yeah. There it
But that is one of the big differences, right? Where the pitchers are actually feeling like, okay, yes, I go on the mound and think, all right, I can probably expect 2 or 3 runs, but you never really know when you're going to get them. They are getting them a little
Right.
earlier than normal and scoring in the first, second, or third inning. And it's like, okay, now we can just, dude, there's been a lot of times the last 2 weeks where they put 2 runs up and I feel good. I'm like, that might do it. Like 2 or 3 might actually do it in this situation. And it has. You look at these final scores.
As long as they do it before the other team does anything, they are in cruise control from there. Tyron Guerrero,
Yeah.
team talks about the bridge that he's built. Greg Weissert, I heard, has like a low 2s ERA since late May, Jerry. I see you. Can we finish the fucking sentence?
This speaks more to your point, Coley.
Mhm.
So over the stretch of 14 out of 16, they are averaging 3.13 runs per game against starting pitchers,
Okay.
which is second best in baseball.
Okay.
Tied for second best. Marlins, Twins, Red Sox, and then the Rays are 3.24.
Okay.
So yeah, they're doing all their damage against starters, and then against relievers over this stretch, they are 25th
Yeah.
in runs per game, 175.
That might be one of the most impressive stats of the whole thing, because it's like that just proves the point we're all making here. It's like they get a lead and forget about it. It's
Yeah.
basically over, which has been the exact opposite of the entire season. If you give up an early lead, the game's cooked. I would like to know the reg. I don't want to make it. We just make him do stats. The rest
I
of
would
the
love
show.
that.
I would like to know the reverse of the thing that pissed me off the most this season is the down by 2 thing. What's the up by 2 thing?
Oh,
by-
sure. Yeah, Red Sox leading by 2.
When they get up by 2
When they're
runs,
up by 2, what's the record? Can you look that up?
It's got to be most of their
Probably.
wins, I would think.
'Cause
Well,
I
all
vaguely
of them.
remember
They've
saying on
definitely
the post game that
They've definitely
I
been
would
up
assume
in
that
their
there's
wins.
no-
There's no doubt. There's no doubt
there's
about
the reverse. I think there's 1 if you go the other way. 1
Yeah,
or
they just
2 if
had
you
their
go the other way
first
for wins.
today, down by 2, and it took everything. But I mean, to their resiliency, which has been the big question mark even throughout this streak, they had all the reason in the world to not try in that 9th inning. It was the top of the order, but a lot of these guys have vacations booked. We know how they've dealt with fucking air travel. I'm sure they want every second they have not to be stuck at another airport again. But for them to just be like, yeah, let's go grind out these at bats, unless your name's Willie or Romy, we're going to grind out these at bats. We're going to get on base. We're going to score runs. We're going to play extras. I would have kept Bello in, tied in the 9th.
I held my tweet because I thought the same thing, Coley.
Yeah. And it's not that I was anti-Chapman, but it was like, why don't we just use him? Bello's rolling. I'd like to see if he can do it. He had a lot of success against Soto, strong because Soto took him to like the warning track. So, but I don't know. I just wanted to see. I thought that could have been even a larger confidence boost if he had got through 9, got out of there with a win. And it's just like, now I'm back.
Even from just like the fan perspective, because I think it's very similar of a lot of people watching today. I think you have the portion of the fan base that's like, oh, let's get greedy, let's sweep all of these. And then you had more realists that are like, if they go 8-1 on this stretch, I mean, come on, man. Like, there's no way we expected this to happen. So I think a lot of people look at it as, okay, today's not your day. You know, Bello still looked really good out of the pen. Totally was fine. You didn't have to use a bunch of arms, so there's always that. That's great. And then guys get to, you know, have a little bit of rest during the break, like you're saying, with guys having their trips, you know, booked and everything. But that's when I tuned back in because we had finished some stuff up in Philly. And I'm like, oh, I had that same vibe of like, 2-0, you know, hey, it's all good. It's fine. It's fine. Like they won the series. We got Ketchup. And for them to win a game like this, it just kind of, it makes you scratch your head even more, but not in this like negative, you know, pessimistic way. It's more just if they can win games like this and they keep getting pitching like that, maybe, you know, you mix in a couple comeback wins with the team that doesn't really blow leads. It can't be said enough. It's been said by us more than anybody. It's been said by everybody. All season long. This league blows. This is one of the worst American leagues in the history of baseball. And even when Jerry had mentioned like there's 2 good teams, I think there's 1 good team in this league. So there's really no reason they
Sox.
This
with the Aaron Judge update, man, it is fucking horrendous.
Wait, what is? I honestly didn't even see the update. What is the Judge update?
They said he'll never walk again. It was
Basically.
the most.
He'll never walk again.
It's how I wish we talked about our injuries because I'm sure it's not as bad as it was Cashman who gave it, right?
Yes.
Cashman was like, it's the worst injury. I think if Aaron Judge got hit by an Amtrak train, he'd be more positive with how he spoke about this injury. It was like, oh, I didn't know the Yankees did that kind of honesty. All right, interesting.
They're like, when we look at
That
the
is- that is
imaging,
something.
it's going to show bad things. Like, we don't expect to see anything positive when we look at the imaging. It's not healed. He's still uncomfortable. And it was like, all right, like, he's nowhere close to playing then. Awesome. Yeah, not for him, but for the Red Sox, that's what they need.
Yeah. And
I don't think we're anticipating it's coming back clean.
T, we got a stat. We think we got this right. So you're saying when the Red Sox have the stat is in. This is when the Red Sox have a 2-run lead at any point.
I think so.
Okay, I'm not
We think
100%
so.
sure this is right because it feels like there's more losses than would be expected here. But we think it is 46-14 when they're up by 2 at any point. Now that probably is right. That
Yeah.
feels about
About to
right.
say.
Bello probably had some 2-run leads when he was a starter.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, Crochet might have had a 2-run lead early and lost that one. Like we do forget the beginning of the season. You know what I mean? Like it was.
Yeah,
it was
there was some
grim.
stuff early on that didn't follow the same path that we've been talking about.
It's why to all the people T is talking about, like, oh, you should apologize for this. It's like, have you guys learned nothing? Like, yeah, enjoy this now for sure, but to make any demonstrative sweeping statements, it feels like you're waiting to get. You feel like Charlie Brown trying to kick the football right now. If you're trying to dunk on people in the middle of
Charlie
this
Brown.
season,
How old is Charlie Brown?
Yeah, we had this question at the Baseball Lifestyle 101 event.
73.
I was far
like
off.
how old is he in the strips, or how old? Like when was it invented?
How old is he now?
Okay.
73.
No, I'll go. What can I do math right now? Like 58? Older?
No. Yeah.
80 something? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
Why are you
60.
saying it like
What are
that?
these?
60 something?
All right, just say it.
All right, so then 70 something.
140.
Yeah.
No, way off.
No.
73.
70 something, T.
I said 60 and you looked at me like I was a fucking idiot.
Oh, I thought you said 70s.
All right. Yeah, it's not close. It's not the right decade. You were very close with your first guess, T.
Wait, I did say 7. I said like
Yeah.
72.
I thought you said 78.
Coley's the only one who's paying attention to anything. Coley's right.
Correct. That's typically
You
the
said
case.
73.
Okay.
And he's in his 70s?
Yeah.
No, he was only doing the aggressive nose to me.
No.
It's 75,
again.
right? I couldn't handle it anymore.
So I was
This is the
right.
75th year of Snoop?
No. He was 8 in the comics, so in
Oh.
present time he's 75.
Is he dead?
Not to my knowledge.
So 68 is more right
Then what?
than you said, what, 75?
He's 75.
But,
yeah.
but he was plus 8 to get there.
No.
You just did that. You said he started off at 8.
Yep.
So the strip is 68 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the math I was doing.
So Coley's saying 63 is not far from the strip.
I literally asked in the strip or since, and you said, no, since. So I was right.
Man, Brayan Bello, man, today, yeah.
When the Sox are up by 2, you got to feel good.
Outside of those
really
14 times.
Good team.
You got to feel real good.
Hey, what's
You
the
gotta feel
162
good,
average
yeah.
there, though?
Dude, I was
Super
just going to
good.
look it up. Can you hold this, please?
Yeah,
It's going to be
yeah.
unbelievably good.
Yeah, it's going to be super good. That's
out of like 60
I
games.
can tell you the winning percentage is right here, brother.
I was going to say.
It's 767.
Yeah, I think that
is
will
the
work.
winning percentage.
I think that gets us to the playoffs.
That'll play.
Yeah, just do that. Just do that. But I did appreciate hearing in the 10th, Wong squaring the bunt. That's just not a thing that happened under prior management. It's just not a thing.
126 and 36 pace when they're up by 2 at any point.
I'll go back to the Brave series, and I think it was my last day at the Sports Hub when me and Jared, we did tied in the 8th. I can't remember the restaurant we were at, but wasn't there a spot in those extra innings? I was listening on the radio at that point where they couldn't get the bunt down. They tried to, they couldn't move the ghost runner over, and then they get walked off by Mike Yastrzemski. And it's another one of those spots where it's like, damn, they just couldn't come through. This team is laying bunts down almost sometimes when I'm like, please don't. Like, swing, I'd rather you take a shot, but that is the mindset of everyone in that lineup is if there's someone at second base and there's 0 outs, we're moving you over. We're going to play small ball. We're going to go all the way. And I think Maz was the one who tweeted this. The Red Sox have a sacrifice bunt in 5 straight games. The last time they did that was 1995. So, like, they are playing an old school
division
brand of baseball. And I think it coincides with this streak. And we're talking, listen, the Angels and Mets, these are bad teams. Does it look different when you even play a halfway competent team like the Nationals? Well, you did that against the White Sox, and they hadn't lost a series at home in 10 series in a row. So, like, cool, you showed it against them. I'm curious to see what it looks like against the Rays, but they're finding ways to win baseball games when before they found ways to lose them. That is a drastic difference from what we saw the first 3 months of the year. Jared.
Jerry?
I got a big announcement to make.
I actually know what you're going to say, and I was going to ask the question. Hey guys, it's Tyler Milliken. I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I've tried to do the weight loss thing on my own before, and I think the biggest problem for me wasn't that I didn't care. I did care. I just didn't really have anyone telling me, hey, do this, not that, stick with this, here's what's next. And when I was in the middle of baseball season, watching games, talking Sox, late nights, weird hours, it gets really easy to tell yourself you'll figure it out tomorrow. I can remember so many nights where we'd get off the podcast or it was just after a Red Sox game, and I kind of told a lot of people this. If the Red Sox were winning, I was eating to celebrate. If they were losing, I was eating to kind of eat away at my feelings and make myself feel better. So it was a bad habit, and I'd always get to the All-Star break and say, we're going to be a new person now. I'm going to start going to the gym. The All-Star break would happen. We'd get into the second half, and that usual second half slip for the Red Sox, especially out of the break, would lead me right back into my bad habits. And before I knew it, I was pointing to the offseason and saying that was going to be my turning point. Well, guess what? The offseason would start, and I was too tired from the season. And all of a sudden, a couple years go by, I gained 50 to 60 pounds that I just did not want to gain. So I started Awaken 180, and so far, that's been the biggest difference in my life. I met with Skylar, started the next day, and now I've got something to follow. I'm using the Awaken 180 app, staying within my restrictions, mixing in longer walks before I threw my back out, and I'm already down 24 pounds in just under 5 weeks. The weight just melts off with Awaken 180, but more than that, it feels doable. It's not me trying to be a hero by myself. It's a medication-free weight loss program providing free support for life. You've been waiting to get help? Go to awaken180weightloss.com, the official weight loss program of the Boston Red Sox. What's up, everyone? We are back here with Baseball Lifestyle. And if you're going to be in Philly for All-Star Week, make sure to check out the Addy Zero All-Gas Garage presented by Baseball Lifestyle 101 and Adidas. It's happening Monday, July 13th from noon to 8 p.m. before the Home Run Derby, just steps from Citizens Bank Park. Stop by for an afternoon celebrating speed, swagger, and baseball. Check out the new Addy Zero cleats with on-site demos. Grab exclusive Baseball Lifestyle 101 giveaways while supplies last. Enjoy a live DJ, interactive games, and an electric pre-derby atmosphere. And you can keep an eye out for special appearances from some of your favorite baseball personalities. Maybe even a certain one on this show. You'll find the activation at the corner of S. Darien Street in Hart Street right next to Citizens Bank Park when you're heading to the Home Run Derby or just taking in the All-Star festivities. Swing by between noon and 8 p.m. and don't miss it. But we're talking about a brand I'm genuinely fired up to have on this show, and that's Baseball Lifestyle 101. If you spend any time around the game, you've already known about the brand. The gear in the dugout, travel ball, you see it out there when the kids are taking cuts at the cages. It's just where baseball is bred. That is Baseball Lifestyle 101. The story of them? Back in 2013, a baseball-obsessed 15-year-old started an Instagram for the game he loved. Today, he's turned that into one of the biggest baseball apparel brands in the country. Over 500,000 customers stocked nationwide at Dick's Sporting Goods and Academy Sports. And here's why we partner with them. They make gear for the exact people listening. And speaking to you right now, tees, hoodies, and hats you'll actually wear off the field, plus a premium pro series for the serious player. I've been out here rocking their kind of cut-off hoodies all the time. I wore them on Nesson a couple weeks ago. It's just comfortable clothes that can really breathe during a time of the year where you don't want to wear things that hug you or make you uncomfortable. Baseball Lifestyle offers youth through adult, the whole baseball family. This was a brand we've been impressed with for a long time, and we're absolutely thrilled to make them the official baseball apparel company of Baseball is Dead and Section 10. New collections drop every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and they're limited. When it's gone, it's gone. It's over. First order, use code Section 10 for 20% off at baseballlifestyle101.com. It's more than a game, it's a lifestyle. Go get yours.
What do you think I'm going to say?
Capital letters and notebook. Someone ring your doorbell? Okay,
Nope.
sorry, I thought I heard something. Oh, maybe that was mine.
That is a good point, T. That is a good point, T. Are you hearing ringing in your head?
Yep.
Yes,
Someone did ring my doorbell.
Our
1
doorbell
second.
at a hotel.
You in that hotel room
And
ringing?
it's your doorbell.
You got that hotel bell
Who
going,
is
right?
ringing your doorbell? It's almost 11 o'clock at night.
He has no headphones, so when he gets stabbed,
Yeah.
Imagine this is the end of T on the show right here. He just never
Who
comes back.
who rings a doorbell at 11 p.m.? That better be a family
the guy,
member.
the guy who stabs
With
him
an
just joins
emergency.
the show. He's got unbelievable takes.
Yeah, he sits down, puts the headphones on.
New T.
Yeah.
What was your announcement?
Anyways, my announcement is that I have a new favorite player in the Boston Red Sox.
Wow.
Seagulls?
It's got to be.
It's Tony
it has to
Seagulls.
be Seagulls. He's America's
Yeah.
favorite.
And you know what? I want to stay as far away from him as humanly possible. I don't want to know him personally. I don't want to meet him. I don't want to interview him. I just want him to be out there just being Tony Seagulls. I just want, like, it's like the last piece of, like, the Red Sox that I can just keep at an arm's length and enjoy, like, as a fan. Like, turn my TV on, and the only place that Tony Seagulls exists is right there on the TV. I don't want to follow. I don't even know if he has an Instagram.
He does.
I don't want to. He does? I don't want to follow him on social media. I just want to enjoy him. I don't want our worlds to collide. He's my favorite player on the team. I enjoy his post-game press conferences. I enjoy the way he plays the game. I love everything about him. I don't want anything to come between that. So, Tony Seagulls, I love you. You're my
You
guy.
have our sword.
You're my.
I
Shout out
loved
Monaco.
his post-game speech today. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, well, I saw that because of your tweet.
When
T.
he was like, we're going to watch the All-Star game and we're going to watch Wilson Contreras go out there and win the home run derby, I'm like, I haven't heard anyone speak about the Red Sox in any capacity with confidence in such a long time. It was like refreshing to be like, yeah, the boys are going to go root and they're going to go win and it's going to be fucking awesome. It's like, that's the mindset they've been playing with recently. That's different.
Yeah. This is why I complain at the end of every year that we give season-long catch-up to just whoever won the most catch-ups. This is exactly why I complain, because right now, to me, it would be Seagulls and such a wash, it's not even funny. And I'm probably not even going to vote for him for this series catch-up, but that's how important I think he's been to the overall team morale. They didn't have anybody like this. Nobody. Today was a great day for, if you want to be a Breslow guy and talk about the Kyle Harrison trade, all three of them contributed.
I think the thing I love the most about Seagulls is that it doesn't feel forced. 'Cause
Right.
there is another version of this that's like, all right, bud, like you just got here. Let's, pipe down a little bit. You're trying to fire everybody up every 3 seconds, but everything's 100% authentic. Like there's nothing he does on the baseball field or in those pressers or anything that he's probably doing around these dudes in the clubhouse. It's like, that's fake. And you can't, as we've said on this show before, you can't teach that. And it's something that I'm just thankful for as a fan, because there's imagine like 2 months ago, it's like, don't worry, guys. Anthony Siegler is going to come up, and he's going to be massively important to this club, and he's really going to turn things around when it looks like they had no hope. But that's where we're at. Like, that's the point we're at right now. And when we're trying to look at differences from what they looked like before to right now, it's guys like Siegler, guys like Monasterio, Cheng, by the way, really looking smooth and having big swings. And, Romy's for the most part been good. I know he had a rough, what did he do in this series? He had a really rough, game one. I think he struck out like 3 times.
I mean, they left a billion people on base as a team in game one.
Dude.
So that's.
And I had mentioned this in the Discord, but I really hate when people overdo but who are they playing? That's how a 162 game schedule go. You're going to play teams that suck. Like, and newsflash, so many teams were pumped to play us.
Run into the Yankees.
The amount of teams that were like, sick, I got the Sox on the schedule. This is great. They suck. So that's part of how this goes. And you're going to have to win some games like this where the other team's not great. And let's just say, for this series specifically, do they sweep 4 or 5 other teams in baseball in this series? Maybe, probably not. But like, that's how it goes. And to look at the fact that they're 4-0 without Wilson, I really can't believe that, if we're being honest. Like, I would have taken 2 and 3 maybe. Even with the way things were going, like 3 and 2 probably would have been more preferable. But you get a chance to go undefeated without Wilson Contreras in the lineup, and he gets a little mini IL stint and gets to have fun here, in Philly. So it checks a lot of boxes. But yeah, Tony Seagulls, man. I mean, it's when he hit that ball, I thought it was way further, by the way. It basically barely hit the foul net. I kind of hate that it's a net, but he gets that moment. He's fired up. And the last thing I'll add on it is, and I'm sure you guys caught this too, but I would say 95% of dudes that are mic'd up. So, here we go, baby. Come on. Hey, let's go. Hey, come on now. Come on. Hey, how we doing? Good. You never get anything out of any of that. And you could tell that he was swearing at second, like in a good way, just to fire the boys up after the double. They completely cut that out for the mic'd up. I'm like, Apple TV, come on, man. If we're going to have like a streaming service, maybe we leave like one swear in there, or at least throw a bleep. But yeah. I mean, even the fact that he's the guy that Apple TV is miking up on a Friday night really says something.
Isn't
Shout out to
one of the biggest signs that Nick Sogard, who felt like such a massive loss at the time when he got hurt, it was like another guy that had been playing good baseball for you. Where are you going to get by? You lose Nick Sogard. He's not even, there's no spot for him on the roster right now. Like, there's a guy who's like crucial in getting every day at bats at one point. He's not here. IKF isn't playing, and still there isn't room for Sogard. Well, it's the guys who have emerged and who have returned. Romy Gonzalez, Anthony Siegler, Chang being what he is at shortstop. And it looked like Andrew Monasterio, like a week ago, was the guy kind of looking in from the outside. Is he still going to be on this roster? He sat one day against a lefty. It was like, all right, maybe they're kind of done. And he's hit a couple huge homers recently and gotten himself right back into the conversation. So, like, I think it speaks to the names that have stepped up, because you don't want to mess with them right now. They're working.
That's why I said, I think it was last show, like, you just play who's hot. And you wanted to DFA Monasterio, you never wanted to see him again. And I said, you just take a breath, because like all these guys will cool off again, and then Sogard will come back in. Like, everyone, it's going to take everyone. And I do push back on calling this old school baseball. This is textbook AL Central baseball that we're playing to a team, the bunting, the small ball, all of it. Now they're doing it, and like even Wong had a big play sliding in front of the plate.
Juan Soto, how slow he was. I would be infuriated.
I think he thought it was foul. I don't know.
I was pissed.
He's like, I'm used to flushing that ball, and I didn't, so it simply must be foul.
Connor Wong deserves love, man. He does.
I brought him up for a reason. He played well. He's been playing
The
well.
OPS plus is over 100, yeah?
It's 122.
What?
I know, dude.
It was like, what, 113 last episode or some shit? Like,
He's hitting-
he has, what, 1 home run?
Yeah, he's hitting 287 with a 386 OBP and a 389 slug.
How many home runs does he
One.
have? 1? How many doubles does he have?
8.
10? He has less than 10.
he has.
How the fuck is he a 122 OPS
I was
plus?
listening to Kateo McAdam giving out grades just because I just wanted to listen to something today while I was doing stuff around the house. And they said this was like on Tuesday, T, when they recorded this.
I heard their pitching one. I didn't hear the position player side.
They recorded them both back to back. So I think it was Tuesday. At that point, and I don't know how much of it has changed, they said he had less at bats this year than Roman.
Wow.
And it was someone else preposterous too. That it was just like, how does he have? And this was again earlier this week, so it's got to be. Roman had like 180 or something.
Yeah, Connor has 130, but I guess if you factor in like the Mickey Gasper period,
Right.
he really
Gasper
wasn't
played for a
playing at
lot.
one point.
Yeah, Gasper played a lot.
When we got
Gasper
the
was the other
rumors-
one. Gasper had more at bats than him too. I think still.
Yeah. Well, Gasper was getting those DH at bats at one point.
True. Also true.
Roman and Connor Wong have the exact same number of plate appearances right now at 130.
That's crazy.
I will add, and this is a smidge, I don't want to say off topic because you guys briefly mentioned Soto. How bad was he in this series? And I couldn't believe when they initially said basically his worst career stats are against the Red Sox. It didn't necessarily feel like that, but I guess it's just from watching him against other teams so much, which doesn't really make any sense for what I just said. But 171 career average against the Red Sox. I believe he goes 1 for 10 in this series. Starts the series off at being like, I don't really need to catch this ball. Let's just let the Sox get a little momentum here. He does not give a damn. And I remember this in New York too, about playing the field. He don't give a damn. It is, I've rarely seen a player that's more like, I have to do that. Like I'm here so I just don't get fined type of deal out in the field. And I understand he's an all-time player. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame, but just the non-factor at all in this series. And whatever's going on, I know it's been talked about with the Soto Lindor stuff. I was kind of stunned because that's a guy that when we said early, in the series preview about there's going to be a bizarre game or a weird game in here, I assumed Sox be up 2, Soto's going to hit like a 3-run homer. But then I realized the Mets were like the Red Sox for the first 3 months. They don't get guys on. They don't move guys over. They don't have any clutch swings. Like they're consistently, even if anybody's on, they're not going to drive them in. Their stats with runners in scoring position are terrible. And they just had the same look too, right? They had that same lifeless look the entire series. Anytime they had a close-up, it's like, these guys don't even want to be here.
No.
Kind of what it looks like.
That's why, Lindor scored or accounted for 100% of their runs today. He had the error, of course. But at the dish, I would like to add that. I would love to add that. I'm not saying that's like the highest they could shoot based on some other things floating, but I would be thrilled to add that. Thrilled.
When we're talking what's available, it looks like Ketel Marte's done. That's not even a talking point. Bob Nightingale put that out today. I was like, it was like he listened to the last episode.
10-5. He's like, I'm just going to turn everything down. I'm staying here
quite
forever.
literally everything. You couldn't trade me anywhere, no matter how hard you tried.
I do love that element of I'm going to stay. Even if this is terrible, I'm going to keep complaining and you can't deal me because I got these rights now. So there you go.
I get
That's
it.
how that
Mid-season, it is a hassle for we do forget they're human beings who have to physically move in the world and live in a hotel for the rest of the season. Yeah, I would rather just live in Arizona too, probably. That's off. You should have dealt me in the off season. They knew that. That was why they were talking about dealing him. Why they took him off the market remains insane to me.
It was Marte, though. We got the Trout stuff from Nightingale as well, but Trout not going anywhere. Corey Seager, that his contract is so underwater and people aren't going near it right now. And I think we're back to where we were. What was it, the beginning of June when we were hearing or more the end of May that they were calling on taking on money or looking at some of these deals. Well, all those conversations and rumors are probably going to get pretty hot again in the next week or two, especially with a couple days during the All-Star break right now where people are chatting. That's all they have to do. There's no game, so you're going to get a whole new batch of rumors over the next couple days.
I would love nothing more than to hear. Actually, I wouldn't like to hear it because most of Craig's deals come in complete silence. Most. I'm not saying there hasn't been noise around any of them, but the Durbin shit came out of nowhere. Sonny Gray came out of nowhere. Wilson was bandied about. That was the thing people talked about. Suarez had been talked about months prior, not right up before it.
And I think Stats was the only person who even alluded to it.
Well, it was Cotillo had it.
Did Cotillo have it too?
Cotillo and McAdams were all over that all off season. They were they've been talking to Suarez. So that's where I push back on it being plan B, oh no, Bregman left. Let's just give someone money. I think they did have that lined up the whole time. People just weren't a fan of it.
I'm curious to see how they value breaking up certain members of this group too, or certain guys that are maybe just not going to have the same positions on the roster that they did once guys get healthy. Because Trevor Story is going to be in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, he's going to be part of the convo. What do you do? Like, do you just get rid? Like, I know we want to pretend he's not here anymore, but he's going to factor in, and Marcelo at some point, IKF at some point. Like,
No.
what do you tell some of these guys?
I don't think that, but I think that's where everyone factors in. Like, I think Marcelo is very easy when he comes back to rehab in AAA for the rest of the year.
I got a question for you two fellas, and for Jared here to my left. I know that was quick. If you were to guess, if you were to hypothesize, if and when we were to see Garrett, Crochet, and Roman Anthony this season, I'll start with you, T. If you're to look ahead in the future here, do we see both these guys at some point joining a team that's looking to compete in the American League and maybe be the top wildcard team?
I'm going to say yes, they both come back. I'm going to go the last week of August and September. Like, that would be my range. And I'd probably go last week of August for Roman. I'll go September for Crochet.
Oh, I thought Crochet was closer than Roman.
It's just such a buildup for a pitcher. I feel
I
like
know.
it's going to take more.
Yeah.
What's the latest on Crochet? I feel like a lot of the updates were
Not
nothing.
throwing.
Big chillin'.
Yeah.
Not clear.
Not
to throw.
throwing. The thing that sucks with like an ace starting pitcher is not throwing's not a good update.
Oh.
Like, if you're looking for good updates, like, he's got to throw
There's
the ball.
just so many levels to a guy like him, and especially what he means to the organization. It's like, all right, now he's playing long toss. Now he's working off a mount. Now he's doing live BP. Now he can do up and downs, and you got to give a breather for the arm, because if anything barks again, his season's over.
Sure.
You are as close to the line as possible. For Roman, while there will be some kind of buildup and he's going to need to go on a rehab assignment, I think it will come together a lot quicker. Like, once he's able to swing the bat, it's like, all right, like, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, that's really what it's going to come down to.
It just feels like we should be there, and we don't. Like, I don't know, but Connor Griffin just got the same injury. Yeah.
Yeah, and they shut him down for 2 months without even talking about it.
Oh, I thought it was a month.
No, 8 weeks.
I think initially I heard a month, and then I think it got pushed. It must have got pushed. This is what, the third guy this year to have ring finger injury?
I saw someone group Nick Kurtz in recently.
I was told that it was different.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it?
one was tendon, one was ligament. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
Different
Griffin's
is
expected
different.
to miss 8 to 10 weeks at the moment. So I think
That's easily
that's
yeah,
where I
that's
would point and say, like, this idea, and I know part of it was Roman wanting to play. Did you need to protect the player from himself and say, whatever you're trying to do by getting it going those first 2 weeks where it was like, I'm trying today, it didn't work, give it a day. All right, I'm going to try again. All right, I'm swinging, I'm feeling pain. The desperation of the organization at that point because of where your season was and how much this
Super
team
different.
depended around him. Did you make this worse than what the situation actually was?
Right. That's where I'm not super confident we're going to see him if it was made worse.
Yeah, I do wonder also if he wants to, like, I don't think he'd want to, like, prove a point. It's like, hey, this is your fault, not my fault, and maybe kind of take a little bit more time. But I don't doubt that Roman wants to get back. Obviously, he wants to play and be impactful to this team. It just sucks as a fan knowing that we have no idea when it's going to be. It just, think about all the injuries of players that we've fought, not just the Red Sox, like Celtics, Patriots, everything. It's always kind of around for the most part. Now, the Red Sox obviously can be a pain in the ass with that stuff. But for a lot of these injuries, it's like, okay, we kind of know that we're going to have them around this time. The uncertainty with Roman is just such a dagger. It really is. Because when we're looking at, the rest of the season, and even how many games, T, do you know how many games until the deadline? Is it like 15?
Yeah, it has to be August 3rd. So
Okay.
it's less than 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably have like 15, 16 games. Obviously, they're not playing again until Friday. But it just sucks to not have that in your back pocket. I'm sure Breslow feels the same way, too. It's like I'd be looking at this deadline a lot differently if I knew I'm getting Roman Anthony back in the middle of August. But
I mean,
Does
if he
that
doesn't-
become how
we'll
they
see.
sell
It's
it,
just all
though?
the updates stink.
Are they going to look at those guys as their trade deadline
trust me. Oh, if the
acquisitions?
deadline sucks, they'll if they don't say that, then they'll leak that.
Yeah.
That's part of the logic for sure.
For sure. It's, I don't know, to what you're saying, like, there are just so many injuries we're used to, like ACL, high ankle sprain, low ankle sprain. Like, we're so used to those timelines. The Red Sox get injuries that have never happened before to anyone else. And it's like, guy swung too hard. we'll see Tristan Casas literally never again. Like that. Like that.
It always sucks too when the opinions they're getting are from the greatest doctors in the world that we have in Boston. Are like, dude, like your guess is as good as mine. I see 1,000 patients a day. I don't know what this guy's got, but hopefully he's back. I'll see you later.
Tomorrow.
Let me know when you got just like, let me know when you got a fracture in the arm. I can diagnose that. But it does feel like that. It feels like so frequently it's this, yeah, I don't know. We've just never seen this before. I'm like, come on, man. How many of these can keep happening to the same team?
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with the point that Steve just made about that. I really know it sounds ridiculous, but the thought didn't cross my mind until Coley started rattling off the names, being like, well, fuck, what does happen when Trevor Story comes back? Like I kind of
that was T. I would have never brought up Trevor Story when we were having a good time.
Okay, yeah, T then. Just the idea that you still have all
Roman
these guys
too.
that are potentially coming back. Roman will be a welcomed addition, where it's like
space.
there are going to be some, there are going to be some guys where it's going to be very disruptive.
One person. It's one person who's going to be heavily disrupted.
Disruptive.
No, he will be disrupted.
Who will be disrupted?
Duran.
Okay, but like there are guys that will be coming back that will be disruptive as well.
I also don't know that I agree with that because I think there's no chance they let Roman touch the outfield grass again if he comes back this year.
Really? Well, the injury's more hitting base. He's been taking balls off the
I don't
wall.
disagree with that, but I think because of what you just said, they'll keep the outfield as is and tell Massa to pound sand like they have no problem doing all the time.
It's an interesting.
I mean, Massa over this run has been unbelievable.
I don't disagree. He's always been, like, to T's point last September, he's always been pretty solid. Like, it's never mattered to the Red Sox, ever.
It is great. Like I'm rarely upset at Masataka Yoshida for the stretch of this contract. And we're like, oh, this guy's really costing him. How often do we say that? I understand he's had like some stretches of like just the ground ball to second thing, but for a guy that gets treated, and I had heard them on the Apple broadcast too, being like, really disappointing stretch, since he's been here. I'm like, that's just not true. That's not true. Like that's kind of what the conversation's been, obviously, but that doesn't tell the whole story. It is a very complicated story to tell if you really want to go through the layers of like how we've gotten here, but he frequently is good and isn't a problem. And even in this series, same thing.
And he's just a delight to watch when he gets the chance.
Cutie. He's just a cutie.
He's a cutie pie. And when he gets the chance to have consistent ABs, he's gonna do something that you're like, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, Massa. And the homer, the aggressive base running is just like, yeah, man, like that's Massa. It's like to Steve's point, you're gonna get the ground balls to second base. That's part of it. But outside of that, you're gonna get a competitive at bat. You're gonna get a guy that walks more than he strikes out. He's gonna put the ball in play, and like you saw today in the ninth inning, make the defense throw you out. It's not like, oh yeah, strikeouts. Like, what does it matter if he grounds out or he strikes out? It matters plenty. Like, putting the ball in play is super important, and that is a huge part of his game. And yeah, I mean, there's a benefit to that. Look at what the fucking Toronto Blue Jays did in October. They don't strike out; they put the ball in play, and obviously they have a ton of power. But that was part of their game is they don't strike out.
That was this year. One of the weird things with Massa when Tracy took over, like his playing time got cut into pretty heavily, like right off rip. And then it coincided with Mickey Gasper having his week of greatness that the Red Sox clung to for over a month because he started taking a lot of those opportunities and go through that game log. Like there's stretches there where he didn't play 3 or 4 days at a time. And from the day Roman was hurt through the end of June, he had a 76 WRC plus. So it was like, when the opportunities were there, it wasn't going great. That is 100% reality. But as of late, last 15 games, it's 333, 385, 542. Even over his last 30 days, it's like a 750 OPS. He's been a league average bat. It's a 103 WRC plus. But it's been an uncomfortable fit, and it changes when some of these injuries pop up, and he has more chances to be in the lineup. But I don't know, like at least in the DH spot, he can handle himself against righties. That's what it is. It's just for a team that needs more offensively, and he didn't have a great situation of consistent playing time. just wasn't a good recipe for anyone over that stretch.
No, to Steve's point, I've never been disappointed in Masa, and I don't mean to cut you off. I've never been disappointed in him. I've consistently been disappointed in the Red Sox lack of plan from the second they signed him to now. Like, they still don't have any idea.
When they signed him, it's like, all right, we got him. And then everyone just kind of went home.
Well, it's because the guy who signed him isn't here.
No, true. That was probably around Thanksgiving?
No.
Or no, it would have been December. Okay,
it was
close to
the last
Christmas,
day
right?
of the winter meetings because we got the Xander news right around 11:45.
Right.
It was,
and they're like, don't worry about it. We got a guy. And then they all just kind of went home.
It was Kenley.
You're right. I mean, they haven't had
Masa,
a plan.
and then the Xander news, right? Because I remember doing the baseball hour,
Chris
and
Martin
it was like,
too, right? They got Kenley and Chris
after?
Martin like the same.
Yeah. It was all within a couple,
Chris Martin
days.
wasn't talked about as much, but that was an important
I
signing.
loved him.
And T, you had kind of alluded to it, but just I pulled up Masa's stats since that Rockies series, which we really won't forget. Remember Jared said that, and I was like, I don't know if I agree with that. Now I do. That we just won't forget that series because it's a very specific dividing point in how this season has gone. He's hitting 379 with 11 hits, 2 homers, 6 RBIs, and 7 runs scored since that series. And like we've alluded to, it's a guy that doesn't necessarily know exactly when he's going to play. And to put those stats up when you're not sure when you're getting in the lineup, that's what I'm always impressed with Masa. Because even as obviously we watch these games religiously, there are times as 162 guys that I'm oh right, Masa.
I'm always shocked.
Like that happens
I'm
often
always shocked when
where
he's
he'll step in and I'm like, he is on the team and he's paid by the Red Sox and to play. So a lot of times not to play, but no, he produces when he's not expected to honestly do much. And it's a team that kind of has a lot of guys that aren't expected to do much and they're still finding a way to contribute.
I think he's a sneaky, I don't want to say this.
Bastard.
Yeah, he's a real piece of work. No, I think he's a sneaky, if Roman comes back, if and when Roman comes back, I think he's a sneaky DFA candidate.
No, come on.
If there's a
I
lock,
agree with
he's got
Coley.
1 year left on his deal, and that 1 year is probably going to be heavily prorated because of the lockout.
How much is he still owed at this point? Would it be like low 20s?
Probably like 19 total for the rest of this year, and maybe it's a little bit more, but
Probably like 24 million.
yeah, if that.
Okay.
Because he would have got half for this year. So you have a season and a half left, but it would be, again, I assume, I don't know if DFA means you'd be on the hook for the full thing because you did it before the lockout, or if everyone's salary next year gets prorated. I really don't know.
No, I felt like
that
we
sounds
were
like a
moving
nightmare.
towards Yoshida DFA territory. Like that late in June when before this hot streak, I felt like we were getting there, but more injuries popped up and more opportunity popped up. Like that's where he gets hot like this. And I can't remember who was it that was like the Romy and Masa. Cora said it, right?
What do you
Wasn't
say?
it was like Romy and Masa? He was like, "This is the duo. Like
Yeah,
this,
before the
we're gonna
season.
put them at DH, and they're gonna be David Ortiz, JD Martinez. You'll never see anything like this a day in your life." I think it was last year.
Oh, I thought it was this spring.
Was it? It might have been. I can't remember now.
Yep.
But yeah, get Lindor, T, have Story be part of the offsetting money. Problem solved.
I'm not anti Lindor. Definitely not anti.
No, you can't be. He's so smart. I think Wilson would genuinely be thrilled. Being like, finally, a guy I know and respect on this team.
I just can't tell if like, and maybe this is because I was watching Frank's video where he's just like,
That's
Lindor
the
loves
worst
every
person.
He's like, Lindor fucking plays patty cake with anyone on the other team, but he looks at Soto and he's filled with disgust. He's like, he hates him. And I was like, why? Why is he like this?
I think he does hate that Soto makes literally twice his salary. I think he does actually hate that.
I agree.
There's no one here who makes twice his salary. And if we're going to do that, I welcome it. I welcome those issues. I completely welcome that.
I'm willing to, it's a necessary evil, unfortunately. Like, stars are going to bring conflict. it has to be worth the performance. And
I'm welcoming signing someone to a $70 million contract once he's already here. Like, I would be fine with that.
what do you like?
That means we'd be
re-upping Lindor?
spending again. No, I'm not trying to upset him, obviously, but I'm saying if we were to sign someone like that, I'd be thrilled.
Oh, of course, please. The right guy, anytime. Yeah, it's 5 more years at 34 mil a year for Lindor.
Yeah, and the Mets will eat some of that. Just like Jerry's eating that chocolate peanut butter cup. No free ads. Could be anyone's peanut butter cup. It would kill T dead if he tried that.
We should do some catch up because we could do some draft talk as well.
Sure.
Draft talk, and then you're saying draft at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We don't have the soundboard in Philadelphia. Only has it. So yeah. So we don't have the Klark's Ketchup theme or the voting music or the Stop and Drop Lookahead or
we don't need to do
there's no
we
look
don't
ahead.
need to look ahead and do weather. We can do that
Yeah,
next.
you're
We
right.
do that Thursday.
That's a good point. Yeah, no weather, no look ahead. Do you have weather for the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby?
I can do it. I can get it.
All right, we're going to get some weather going.
That's attainable.
Do they even have weather?
Philly?
In where? Philadelphia?
Yeah, big weather town.
Yeah, it was 81 today.
Did you guys have any steak and cheese today?
Do we have any steak and cheese today?
Talking to Eamon?
No.
Is that who brought it? I thought you
Who the
ordered
fuck
it
is
like
in
a
your room right
fatso.
now? Where's my goat?
Eamon's not here, I swear to God.
Who else would get you your stuff?
J-Real,
Did
obviously.
he really?
Pretty obvious.
I just
So
didn't see him as
there
that
was
type.
there were two people
What do you...
to guess.
Yeah.
Only T would be like, huh?
J-Real said, do you need anything? I said, do they have snacks in the lobby? He said, they do. I said, do they have Reese's and Diet Coke? He said, give me 15 minutes. And I said, amazing. He said, what does Steve want? And I said, the same thing, but we will not share with each other. And he said, say less.
You can't
And he
share a
brought two
can
each.
of Coke. That'd be crazy.
No, well, we just did.
Yeah, we did.
We were
early
drinking
on,
out of the
yeah.
same Diet
Well,
Coke earlier.
That was bizarre.
You guys got good glasses.
Steve's is half Prosecco. That's
All
why.
right. Stop it. No. What? How's it go? I know, but how's it go? The Klark's Ketchup Series MVP is brought to you by Klark's Ketchup. Drizzle that ketchup. That's it, right?
That it?
I think is that it?
Feels so weird.
Because I don't have the music.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Drizzle that ketchup. All right. Oh yeah, we didn't do the Taikus either. Because I don't have the Taikus music. All right, T, go.
Right now?
Yep, acapella.
I freestyle over this shit?
Yeah,
Yep.
might have to. Yeah,
These
that's
are
all
like
we
the
got.
5 fingers of death on Sway in the morning. Siegler. Could kiss you. Plain issue. Fuck them tissues. Sonny. God bless you. Eight straight. Winning traits. Rivera in the bigs. Translates. Homers. Don't stagnate. It's lagging now, so I'm having a hard time finding the flow.
Fight through
All
it, T.
right, Lindor, we thank you. Bello, the bullpen breakthrough. 9 straight. Goodbye, booze. Series of haikus by Tyler Milliken.
I was getting fought through. It was definitely like listening to like a deaf kid try to freestyle, but it was pretty good.
There was like a lag where like the beat would hit and then it would be like on to the next part
Yeah.
like 5 seconds later. It was okay.
No, you did a good job, T. You did the Taikus did remind me about the plane thing. We didn't even talk about that.
No.
The fact that they were on a plane the night before. What, T?
I would save it.
Save what?
I would save it.
Save what?
And for a certain segment.
Yeah, what are you talking? What segment?
One where we drizzle ketchup.
I mean, we can still talk about it. It's not like we don't, like, if we talk about a guy that hit 3 home runs, it's not like we fucking only talk about that during
yeah,
catch-up.
Save that, bud.
Well, yeah, I'm very, is there, what are you talking about, T?
Go ahead. Talk about it.
No, I want to, I want to save it for the
save
catch-up.
it now. Don't.
Yeah.
No. You
No, I
want
do,
to
I
talk
do. I
about
wanna
it. You
save
got
it.
a
I
lot
wanna
of
save it.
thoughts that won't fit into one segment. Talk about it.
No, I want to
Hand the mic to
I wanna
Steve.
save
He
it for
seems like he
catch-up.
has a lot of thoughts on it.
Oh.
I do, but T, if you want to save it, I'll save it.
I'm hearing.
No, let's save it.
Yeah, I think we should save it.
He's got like one of these to show now where he gets upset.
I'm not upset.
Yeah.
I tried to guide, but we're not guiding.
Okay. All right, here we go.
That's Coley.
Coley.
What do you want?
Yep. On the flight stuff. What do you got?
Flight stuff?
On the issues getting to Queens for the Sox.
It looked awful.
Okay. That'll do it
I was
for
trying to figure out.
the show and go Sox.
I was trying to figure out ketchup music. Bag sent it to me, but it's quiet.
Oh.
So he's trying to boost it. So just hold. Just everyone hold the fuck on.
Thank
The
God we
flight
have
stuff-
a topic.
Is
Yeah, we
unbelievable.
got a topic.
I
We
thought-
can
I
talk
thought
about
T-
the flight stuff.
I
Yeah.
thought T wanted it to be in ketchup. I think that's what he was yelling about. I think he's going to give Delta ketchup. I don't know what he's
Not
planning
just
on doing.
me.
What do you mean by that?
Gotta wait for the segment.
All right, we'll wait for the segment.
We're waiting
then.
for the segment.
Yeah, let's wait for the segment. All right. Clark's Ketchup Series MVP is brought to you by Clark's Ketchup. Drizzle that ketchup. Okay. The first vote for Clark's Ketchup Series MVP goes to T.
Thank you. I am going to go with the airplanes. Anytime something goes wrong with a flight or anything like that, it seemingly sparks something in this Red Sox team to show up 2 hours before that first game. They talked about it afterwards. They just rallied together, and Chad Tracy said, we deal with this stuff. We're used to it. We go out and play ball. We win, these games. And I think that is a big part of the identity, a big part of who they are, where they're just willing to take these fucking traveling L's and show up and still win games. Beyond that, packets for people in this series, Anthony Siegler, definitely giving one to him. Brayan Bello, Sonny Gray deserves one. Eduardo Rivera for being incredible. Justin Slayton for coming through in a big moment.
That was a big
Thank
moment.
you.
Not to step on your toes here, but that was the bases loaded scream to get out of that. Like that's a situation that before this run, that's a grand slam. Today or yesterday, it was a strikeout to end the inning.
Yeah, for sure. Masataka Yoshida, again, one for me as well. And Monasterio, those would be my catch-up packet guys. But we're riding with the planes.
Okay. The McMahon. The Clark's Ketchup Series MVP brought to you by Clark's Ketchup. Drizzle that ketchup. All right, so we got one vote for Plains. Coley.
Yeah, I'm going with the entire Kyle Harrison trade package. Give me Siegler, Give me Monasterio and give me Durbin.
Durbin too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he's
All right.
there.
Steven? He's in it.
That ninth
Isn't
inning
it?
walk was legit.
Oh, he did have the worst fucking throw. Sorry, he did have the worst goddamn throw. I'm so tired of seeing our third baseman try and throw to second, and it just goes right to right field.
That one made next to any sense. I don't know. I don't know what he was doing, honestly. And Derby's been incredible in the field and obviously swinging the old stick. But well, I think Tony Siegs actually did say like 2-2-2 go 2. So I don't know if that helped.
Tony Siegs is too close to Tony C for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Tony Seagulls, I think, was yelling to throw the ball there. Honestly, I'm gonna tail T here. I'm gonna go Plains. I really like it. I think initially I was leaning Yoshida, but it's kind of crazy. And we alluded this before. I was very worried that another plane issue was going to reset the initial plane issue, and they were going to go back to sucking. The fact that they had multiple this season, and it just proves that it makes them even stronger. I love every second of that. I also am a sucker for a good old team shirt that's made very quickly. Shout out to whoever turned that around as fast as they did. The fact that it was Charlie Brown, the next day to have those show and go airplane shirts was really cool. Gave us another reason to sell the Fenway Airlines shirts as well. So shout out to the Sox for that. And I can't remember a game being delayed like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. For a team showing up late. Have we ever seen
Credit
that?
to them for allowing it to happen.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that's like on the team or the league, but like most often I would have assumed that whoever was the decision maker on that was like tough shit,
That's
dude. Like you should have
exactly what I would say if I were the opposing team.
Which, and why am I blanking on who had the ball for the Mets in game one? It was McLean, right?
McLean.
It was, McLean. Credit to him because I saw him in the post game. He's like, it's no excuse. I got to be ready either way. And because I could easily see other pitchers being like, didn't love it. Wasn't pumped that completely changed my routine. Oh, yeah. There are certain dudes that would have made a whole thing out of it. But yeah, teams kind of need this stuff. Teams need stuff like this
didn't know what time.
Sure.
Exactly. To bring them together. And, that was big. So yeah, shout out Plains. We're going Plains for my Clark's Ketchup Series MVP.
It's a good pick, Steve. Yeah, I didn't want to go Plains, but I guess that is what the MVP is. Like I guess I was gonna go Delta, but like that's Plains. Like it's kind of like it should be like Delta's the one that fucked it up. Like Plains is too broad for me. Like Delta fucked up the flight. Like they were like, wasn't Wilson Contreras tagging Delta on Instagram?
That wasn't
being like,
this time. That was 2 times ago.
Okay.
That was when they left Colorado,
Okay.
right? That was the first time.
And that was like this one taking to the next day is
Crazy.
at that point, that's where I wouldn't be like the Mets should wait. It's like you could have got on a different, I don't know what the rules are there, but just get on a different plane, man.
We all right. And T, shout out to T for pushing it to Ketchup because I think this was the right call. What happened? Because I don't know if I had enough time to really break down because it was Friday, right? Like people are doing stuff. World Cup, Jerry knows World Cup was going on.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly happened? When I saw the Ian Brown tweet, I could not believe it. He's like, the Red Sox are still grounded in Chicago and they're trying to figure a way to get to New York. I'm like, could you think of 2 bigger airports or places that have flights coming in and out than Chicago and New York, and a team worth, $6 billion can't figure a way to get there? Like, there's a big part of me that if they knew this was the case, I guess no, you can't do that. I did it once. I was about to recommend the dumbest thing of all time, so I'm not going to say it. But yeah, train from Chicago to New York. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. But still, you got to find a way.
Would have got there.
You got to find a
sooner.
way to. Yeah, that's what they probably would have. I'm just saying there's no chance that an MLB team would have been like, let's train from Chicago to NYC. But
I used to do that all the time back when Babe Ruth was killing people. That was how they got to the games.
I suppose. But T, like I know you probably didn't miss anything on Friday. What happened? Like, how did we get to that point?
So initially, when they first got there and they were sitting just on the runway, they thought it was a weather issue because nothing was communicated to them. Then they found out, okay, there's a mechanical issue. So when they went to take off the first time, the tow cart, which was pulling them out, I guess there was a mechanical issue with that. And that turned into 6 hours of them just sitting there to see if they could find another plane that could do that. And the thing with Delta is most major league teams do use them. So this is like a league-wide issue, I guess you would say in that sense. And then when they ended up showing up the following day or they tried to get out, I don't even know if we have an exact reason. Jen McCaffrey ended up writing a pretty lengthy story explaining it. Totally talked about eating like 5 donuts on the flight or whatever it was. Credit to him. I would like to know what kind of donuts he was eating. But in terms of the exact mechanical issue, oh, here we go. It had to do with a light bulb the second time.
Of course.
That was stopping.
Well, you
them.
need all the bulbs to be working.
Can't fly without a light.
But during this, they did have like the Rafaela moment, which I can't believe nobody got, of them announcing he made the All-Star team.
Yeah, that is cool. I was thinking though, like since as we saw with Zach Wheeler, which I definitely have some thoughts on that, where it's like, really, you're going to turn down pitching at your home park? I get the whole disrespect thing and whatnot, but I say that to say, don't these guys need to like approve the request? So wouldn't he have known, or am I wrong in that?
I didn't hear anything.
Because like when you get asked to be on the All-Star team and there's been replacements already, doesn't that need to be like approved by the player and the agent, especially that late in the game when it's only like 2 days before the trip? So like, wouldn't he have already known? Or I hope he didn't, because that makes the moment cooler.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know Zach Wheeler got asked and he just straight up declined it.
Put him in a fucking bench.
Isn't that what he was asking?
You just don't listen to anything anyone says ever.
I love you, T. I just mentioned the Wheeler thing. That's the only reason you got
the last thing he had said.
T, I feel bad you got tossed.
He deserves it.
That's the first suspension.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was the right call. It was the
No, he's put his finger up. You're suspended. That's not how this
I was
works.
reading through
All right,
the
T-
Delta story to give us the exact information.
Yeah,
on
no,
what
yeah,
happened.
no.
It was a light bulb
T
in
was
the
helping.
cockpit.
I got to wear some of that suspension. I know T was helping out there. But yeah, I just can't remember that kind of stuff happening. And credit to Sadon for getting the news when he's there. I do find it funny with Peyton Tolley, where anything close to anything happens related to this team, it's like, we're going to Peyton Tolley. All right, let's get all the mics on him. It's like a state of the Red Sox anytime anything remotely entertaining or worthy of an article happens. And I saw the SNY Mets account does a really good job. I just remember seeing a lot of stuff they put out over the years, and they were all over it. They had the whole thing. I'm like, the road team is talking about our pitcher eating donuts on a plane that couldn't get off. This pitcher, by the way, it's not like he's pitching Friday. Like, I know he had the finale, but it's not like he had any impact on the Friday night game whatsoever. And he had a crowd of reporters around him. So credit to Peyton, by the way, because, and we kind of asked him this in the interview when we had him on before the season, of like, does it get tough to like need to be the funny guy and deal with, let's be honest, some media members that just don't really have a funny bone in their body, and they're trying to like joke with them? It's like, shut up, dude. I'm sure he wants to be like, no, I don't really want to joke with you. I'd rather have it be my teammates. But he does a good job of at least putting the face on and kind of riding the wave there. But I feel like we've just completely sidetracked Ketchup. Who's up?
You.
Me.
Jerry.
If the airline is Delta, I'm voting for Delta. I think planes is too broad.
We all need to do the same thing though, right? Like, are we
Yeah.
all going Delta?
Yeah.
If it's Delta, it should be Delta specifically. Yeah, go Delta. So who did Coley vote for?
The Harrison trade package.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Pellerin is voting.
They all
as well.
got here via plane.
Yeah, no doubt. All right. First vote, Adam Pellerin, Tony Seagulls.
Yeah.
Next vote, OB. By the way, I'll give them credit every single time. Adam Pellerin and Dave O'Brien both texted in their votes without being asked. That shows tides are turning. People are excited. Like usually,
Oh, I should have done a pinky. Dave O'Brien's call at the end of the game was excellent. I crap on him all the time.
I agree.
He was nails on that final call.
the Massa home run call was
Strong,
awesome
too.
as well.
Yep. Good weekend for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Massa home run call was great.
Well,
The final
He
out.
had a Friday off in New York City, right? I feel like he was a little, revved up.
That's a good take
Yep.
as well.
And he Dave O'Brien gets a lot of shit for neutral broadcaster, bad broadcaster, whatever. Like he's kind of like us where he's just actually waiting for something to genuinely be excited about. Like I don't think he's like forcing it. And now that there's something to be excited about, you're hearing it in his voice. He He said, I'll go Siegler. That's 2 votes for Siegler. Will Middlebrooks. So he said show and go airlines.
That's
That's
the vote.
Delta.
That's
Delta.
the vote.
That's Delta.
That's Delta.
That's Delta.
Any plane related vote is the same thing.
Agreed.
Yep. Lenny DiNardo goes Yoshida. Loomer said, fuck it. I'm going Energizer Bunny, Siegler game 1 and big sack fly tonight. Body of work, MVP.
Not bad for a guy who's 0 for 9 over the last 2 games.
You're 0 for 9.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it speaks to what he's doing.
Don't make me toss you again.
Jemai Webster. Ooh, I'm inclined to go Anthony Siegler, man. Been an energy boost, and he's fearless. TC. I'm going Andrew Monasterio. Tough choice this time around, he says. Is that everybody? Oh no, and then Will Fleming's last,
Yeah.
right? Did we get everyone? Oh, fucking Catillo is texting me about going out and drinking.
We have the fan vote as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what's the ketchup vote?
Airplane.
He said Chad Tracy. Chad Tracy. Yep, Chad Tracy is Catillo's vote.
I'm shocked he didn't go UNC.
Coley.
Yeah.
I agreed. What's the ketchup crew?
They're plain people.
Oh, planes.
All right, Plains,
Plain people.
Delta. All right, so what's the tally right now? Do we have a chance for Will to tip it?
It's going to be what, like 5?
5 Deltas, 4 Seagulls.
Wow.
I don't know if that line's ever been said.
Delta and Seagulls?
5 Deltas.
I'm sure they've hit at least 4 Seagulls.
Yeah. All right, so we have Will Fleming who could pick Plains. He could pick Siegler, or he could pick something else. And then there's a chance we have to call Dan Peralt.
If you want to do that, we can. We'd also be doing it from, I know you guys could do it. I could also just change my vote since I have Siegler in my vote.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, I didn't count.
It's whatever's easier.
I mean, that shouldn't.
Because that's a different version.
Yeah, I mean, he's technically
T
getting a
voted for
vote, but
all
no,
planes
He's getting a.
and now whittled it down to just Delta. I voted for 3 Brewers. I can certainly whittle it down to 1 Brewer.
Why don't we?
True. No, that can't. I'm just saying I haven't counted it currently as part of the pack.
No,
You
agreed.
are right.
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
whittle
yeah.
it down. Yeah.
I think we go Will first, and then we have
No
a
doubt.
conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit, fellas. Right in the middle of the playoff race. Who the fuck would have thought that 2 weeks ago? 9 in a row on the road trip. I didn't imagine that we'd sweep the Mets when we got to the ballpark 5 o'clock on Friday, but here we are. I'm alone. I missed the finale. I thought I'd be the reason we didn't sweep. But the Red Sox, the Chad Sox, the Show and Go Sox, they got huge balls and they had other ideas. I think this is the hardest catch-up for me of the year because I could easily justify 2 guys. First, the Packets, Sonny Gray, what a badass. Chad Tracy asked him if he'd like to push himself back a game, and Sonny told him, fuck yourself, I'm pitching. And he delivered. It was hot, he was tired, he set the tone in the series. Pack it to Juan Soto for sucking in the series, for setting the tone, dropping the first hit of the game, the ball in play to begin the whole thing. Eduardo Rivera was a badass, he gets a huge packet. Chad Tracy, tone setter, seems to push all the right buttons, sets the right tone. He's been unbelievable. It's 50-50 for me. This is the first time I've ever considered splitting Ketchup, but that's not how it works. On the one hand, you get the guy who drives in the first 2 runs of the series, who hits a big home run in game 2. On the other hand, you have a guy who's been kind of like the Energizer Bunny for this team, who had so many big hits, including the one that in the end turns out on a sac fly to win the finale and send them into the All-Star break undefeated on a 3-city road trip. So major love to Masa. He's been unbelievable. Huge love to Chad Tracy and to Show and Go Airlines. The F-bomb wins me over. It's the first swing of the series. Siegler's standing on second base, and he says, fuck these guys. We don't give a fuck. Let's go. That was it for me. I mean, big hits, big swings, homers, and obviously the big swing today. For me, not only just today, not only this series, But for this run, this road trip, the Clark's Ketchup Series MVP is Anthony motherfucking Siegler.
He's right. He's
It
right.
is.
For the first time, Anthony Siegler is a recipient of the Clark's Ketchup Series MVP. Steven, for historical context.
Yes, he joins the one-timers club this season of Connolly Early, Willier Abreu, Seydon Rafaela, and Caleb Durbin. Still in first place is a guy we will see on Monday, Wilson Contreras with 3. I just want to add real quick. So I'm glad Will clarified that because I think the one inning I listened to radio was that first inning when him and Monaco had mentioned of like, oh, and he had some choice words there when he went into second base. So I'm glad he said exactly what they were. Apple, you had him mic'd up for that. They must have had a combo of like, do we include like the fuck this, we don't give a fuck? And they clearly said no, but could we have bleeped it maybe? Like, I don't know. Either way, whatever, is what it is. Tony Siegels is the dog.
I feel remorse. Not that I'm going to change my vote. I still believe in my vote, but I feel remorse that this is the episode that I declared that Tony Siegels is my favorite player on the team, and then he wins Clark's Ketchup Series MVP, and I didn't vote for him. Steven?
I'm going to add one more thing, and this is unfortunate on maybe all of our parts besides Jared. Jared gave us a chance to pick sweep. I remember that. You gave us the out at the end. You were like, do you want to pick sweep? And we said no. We should have said yes, so going to wear that one briefly.
Thank you for reminding me that I was right again. For the record, I mean, shit, like this run that they've been on. Oh, Jared, you're so negative. You hate the team. I picked sweep the last 2 series, and they fucking swept them. So suck on these. Suck on these nuts. Suck on the nuts. Yep. What comes next? The weather?
No, because we're not doing it. For the All-Star game.
Oh, yeah, we have Derby and All-Star.
Our AirPods are gonna die.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We knew that ahead of time.
Yeah, do you guys want to do a little draft talk then? You guys talk draft. We'll charge the AirPods real quick.
Sure. Mute the mic. There you go.
They're just out? Not
No,
a
they're going to
thought?
be right there.
Okay, that's
They're going
fine.
to come back.
We're doing Down on the Farm during Section 10.
Just a preview because we're going to do a
I
long
agree.
draft talk on Down on the Farm this week. So subscribe. Where can they subscribe, T?
Patreon.com/Section 10 podcast. I think we're going to have it breaking up over a couple episodes overall, but definitely an emphasis on the first 10 picks especially. And there's going to be some writing content coming on the draft as well. So you're going to get the best of both worlds.
Wowzers. What do you think? They took some players.
So as I was going through the first day, I felt like, and this is the hard part with like Red Sox Twitter, especially because I think MLB Twitter's gotten pretty hip to how the MLB draft works. But I think Red Sox Twitter is still getting into the draft despite having some extremely high picks over the last, let's call it half decade or so. But I felt like when they took Schaffner in the first round, Jake Schaffner, Jr., shortstop, if you look at BA and MLB Pipeline, BA had him at 98 on their big board. MLB Pipeline had him at 70. ESPN had him at 51. People were pissed. They were angry. They were disappointed. But I think if you had followed the 2020 draft or the 2022 draft, you knew there was a big swing coming. It was just finding the next Blaze Jordan or Roman Anthony.
So with the Suarez signing, losing them 2 picks they got another pick with the Durbin trade, right? Like we just take Milwaukee's comp B pick every year.
Yep, and that turned into their second pick of the draft in Owen Hull, who...
Sure, but the math was of the first 4 rounds, they only had 3 picks because of that. It was going to be 2 without the trade. So with the 3 picks, I think because even last year, I think the Montgomery, Teal, and Witherspoon picks, we were in the range in all those drafts to get that guy who fell. That wasn't really the case this year, though I will argue for Bo Lorance being worthy of being that pick at 20 and being worthy of the money it would have taken to give him. Now it changes the rest of your draft board, obviously, but it wouldn't have left them destitute. It wouldn't have left them in a place where they couldn't have signed anyone, especially with, I'm blanking on his name. I want to call him Schaefer. Who's the high school kid they took?
Matazinski?
No. The higher ranked one.
Martin Sheeler.
Yeah, Sheeler. So it's like that's really the debate to me. Do you want to take Lawrence and pay him probably what, 1.5 or 2?
Yeah,
What's
it
the
was
slot at
interesting
20?
because he fell farther than I think a lot of people thought, all the way down to
Lawrence?
40 to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, it's the Dodgers. So when he's Freddie Freeman Jr. in 2 years from now, or whatever it may be, we're going to have to eat it. But there were reports, I believe it was either Keith Law or Kylie, that said his workout with the Red Sox didn't go well.
Which I hate putting so much stock into that. You know what I mean? If it's a guy clearly in that conversation, I hate it boiling down to one workout. I know that's happened to guys who are going to be in this all-star game, didn't have one good workout with the Sox, one good interaction pre-draft with the Sox, and that being the deciding factor between taking a guy and not taking a guy, whether or not that's true also, if that was the deciding factor. To me, I think they looked at it like we could have one first round pick with a Lawrence or with someone else in this slot, or we could essentially have 2 second round picks if we take Schaffner here. Schaffner or Schaffner?
Schaffner is how I'm
Schaffner
pronouncing it.
here, and then Owen Hull next. Like Hull was ranked ahead of him in a lot of spots.
Yes.
I
So
think-
Hull was 67 at Pipeline, 60 at BA, and 62 at ESPN. So
we took him 69th.
Yeah, so MLB and BA both had Hull above Schaffner, and they're roommates, which is a fun
Sure.
aspect to all of it.
They both transferred to UNC this year, right? They both just got 1 year at
Correct.
UNC. Both kind of project to be, outfielders. I know Schaffner's defense is debated heavily, depending on who you ask.
Yeah, the Schaffner one is really interesting. So highly regarded as a shortstop, but there's 2 parts in his game that the Red Sox are confident they can fix, but evaluators didn't think were like things that are going to work at the big league level. Jake Schaffner is your prototypical hit first guy. In that same lens is like a Christian Campbell or a Henry Godbout, where
Yep.
they feel good about the hit tool. But with Schaffner, he plays a good shortstop, but he doesn't have good arm strength. Quick guy. It's not, 80 speed or anything like that, but should be able to go out there with plus speed and great instincts. They believe they can get the arm strength up and they can get him to tap into something like 15 home run power or even 10 home run power. And it's probably closer to like a Nico Horner kind of profile,
Yeah.
but you understand what they're shooting for. And I will push back against people who bring up Mikey Romero and Nick York as like, oh, well, look
It's
at
not the
those
same.
guys as that player. It's not the same because those were high school bats. It's a guy in D1 baseball last year who showed he can stick, he doesn't whiff. A lot of like good plate approach stuff inside the zone. He checks off a lot of those boxes if he can just find a little more power that all of a sudden the profile takes a step forward.
Yeah, that's where the Godbout comparison makes a ton of sense to me. The Campbell one, obviously, which I know will worry people right now, that really isn't fair to this kid or Christian Campbell. But that's where like what you're saying, second base long-term makes way more sense to me than center field if it's an arm strength issue. I get he has the athleticism, but I don't know. I think second base has become devalued in a way where I don't understand it. Like, I don't know. I would be more inclined. I don't know that Hull can stay in center either. He probably ends up in a corner, but I like his, like at the time, after day one, that was who I was highest on of everyone they took. Like I can definitely see the power profile adding there. Cause it was he wasn't lifting the ball a ton, but he wasn't hitting it on the ground either. It was a ton of line drives.
So what I read was that early in the year, he was very heavy into hitting the ball into the ground, which reminds you of one person. It's Roman Anthony.
Yeah.
And that was a big thing, was getting him to lift the ball. And to be fair, Roman's gone through stretches where that's been an issue. But over the course of the year, he really started to find that ability to lift the ball in the air. And it wasn't just pull. It was kind of all across the ballpark. So like your prototypical like 6'4", 215 corner outfielder. I did see there were some concerns about the arm more than anything. So is he closer to a left fielder? Maybe. All right, that will be a conversation. I know he has a black belt in karate, but it feels like that corner outfield hopefully gets to 20 home runs and a really good athletic guy. It's not someone out there who's going to be clogging the bases or unable to go and get after a ball. Probably Wilyer Abreu-esque is the way to describe it, just taller.
I was going to say, I don't know if he's going to be like a perennial gold glover like Wilyer, but
more body type wise, I mean,
Well, he's way taller, right?
Yeah, but like I'm speaking more in the sense of like
Burly,
athletic.
stocky.
He's not going to be your like.
It's not rail thin.
Yeah, he's not the dude sitting out in the outfield. You're like, he can't run. You don't trust him to do anything. Yeah, I don't think the ceiling of Willier is like a perennial Gold Glover, is it either?
No, but maybe bat-wise. Bat-wise might not be crazy.
What's up, everyone? Back here with Mac Weldon. And listen, during the winter, I become a little bit like a bear. I don't know if it's a grizzly bear or a brown bear or a black bear. I don't even know if polar bears really hibernate, but whatever kind of bear that hibernates, I relate to them. I'm on the same page as them. We're hanging out. And during the winter, I'm not really thinking about clothes or going outside and doing outdoor activities and social things and stuff like that. But when summer does roll around, I don't want to look stupid. I know Jared or Coley's going to fry me if I show up looking dumb. So fortunately, I have Mac Weldon, and now I can focus on material that's breathable, durable, that can let me go out there during the spring and summer calendar and let me be myself. Mac Weldon has updated closet staples like stretch twill chinos that go with everything and button-ups that keep you looking sharp from morning coffee to that dinner date. Shout out Martha. When I'm showing up, she's liking the Mac Weldon I got on. She ain't roasting me for my fits anymore. It's a massive win overall. Discover upgraded basics, fresh styles, and more at MacWeldon.com. Plus, get 20% off your first order of $125 or more with the code Section10. And one of the things I love about Mac Weldon is they balance classic pieces with updated details to keep you looking sharp. It's not flashy stuff, just classic, always in style, and made from the world's most comfortable performance materials. Easy to style and versatile looks that you don't have to think about. Mac Weldon is effortless by design. If you have a closet that you're trying to figure out and mix and match with certain things, Mac Weldon will not be a problem for you. You can get some things from them that can mix and match and kind of give you the complete wardrobe that you're always chasing or trying to find. And it only gets harder when it gets hotter out because you can't cover up as much. You can't throw a bunch of layers on. I know that better than anyone, and Mac Weldon has been there for me again and again. They have clothes that are designed to fit your style and the demands of modern life. They look like regular clothes, but feel like the latest in modern comfort. For over 10 years, Mac Weldon has designed timeless, innovative menswear to help you move through the day with confidence, even if you're just hanging out in your underwear. Get moving with Mac Weldon, comfortable anywhere. Go to MacWeldon.com and get 20% off your first order of $125 or more with promo code Section10. That's MacWeldon.com. What's up, everyone? We are back here talking about ethos today. And listen, I'm 28 years old. I've made it pretty clear at this point in my life I don't have much figured out. And one of those things is life insurance. Let's be 100% real. And I remember about 10 years ago when my dad passed away, his life insurance situation wasn't exactly figured out. That left my family scrambling a bit after he was gone, and we had a lot of stuff to deal with. That's probably really the only way to describe it. And I want to have a family one day, and I want to make sure the people in my life are taken care of. And that's where Ethos comes into all of this. Ethos makes getting life insurance fast and easy 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. There's no medical exam. You just answer a few simple health questions. You can get up to $3 million in coverage. Some policies are as low as $30 a month, and you'll get your lowest rate from their network of trusted carriers. Ethos has a 4.8 out of 5-star rating on Trustpilot with over 4,000 reviews, so you know you're working with a good sample size there. Take 10 minutes to get covered today with life insurance through Ethos. Get your free quote at ethos.com/section. That is ethos.com/section. Application times may vary, rates may vary. No, I think that's
more
what
talk like
for.
this on patreon.com/section10 podcast. You can listen to Down on the Farm with the McMahon and Tyler Milliken, where they're talking prospects and draft. You can have a guest.
Even then you might still wind up dead. Caught in a tornado, get smoked by your neighbor's shed. With a look ahead, with a look ahead. Billy's gummy bears, chew 'em with your mouth.
Weather Look Ahead, brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears.
You chew them with your mouth, Steve.
You chew them with your mouth, Jared. The Home Run Derby and All-Star Game of Major League Baseball are in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, as they continue, as we all continue, to celebrate 250 years of our country's independence. What's our country, Jared?
Classic MAGA Steve thing to say. America.
Wish you just said America instead of... All right, so Home Run Derby. Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, first pitch. I technically 83 degrees, mostly sunny. 0.1% chance of rain. 8-mile-an-hour winds. All-Star Game is on Tuesday, also an 8 p.m. Eastern first pitch. It's definitely not going to be 8 p.m. for either, by the way. So,
Thank you.
it will not be 8 p.m. I believe the Derby's on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. All-Star Game on Fox. They'll probably get going at like 8:20. They'll do all the hoopla and everything, and we'll see. I'm interested to see who Netflix puts out there. I know they had Barry Bonds for the...
Barry Bonds will be there.
Okay, he was there for the opening day stuff. That opening day broadcast...
Someone was like, don't say anything, but Barry's going to be there.
Jerry, are you pissed we didn't take Peyton Bonds?
I mean, he put on a show at the MLB Draft Combine. I am a little pissed. I feel like that would have been the icebreaker for Barry to be like, to finally answer one of my DMs and be like, you know what, fine, I'll answer this guy. So yes, to answer your question, I am.
Okay.
I want a Trotz kid.
Next.
Yeah, so All-Star Game Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern first pitch. 89 degrees, and it feels like 92. What the hell, dude? It's
At
not
night?
Texas anymore. It's not Atlanta anymore. Come on.
Dude, by the way, BL101.com, Baseball Lifestyle, they hooked us up with a bunch of gear, and they sent us like a short sleeve hoodie. It's sick, and it's the All-Star logo. It's got the colors. I folded it up, and I put it in my suitcase, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you're not going to wear, even if it is short sleeves, like, it's going to be 1,000. Every All-Star game, it is a nightmare. I should
They
wear it.
breathe. They're made for that.
I agree.
That's the kind of material it is.
They are relatively breathable, and it's great material.
Yeah.
I've worn them, but like it's 90 something
It's
degrees.
for
Like I need to wear
training.
like next to nothing.
T,
This is from the guy who wears jeans in fucking 100-degree weather.
tell him T.
The leg stuff's different. I mean, we're always rocking the pants, the Lulus. He actually has Baseball Lifestyle 101 pants on right
Yeah,
now.
we've seen him.
So credit to Jerry. And just shout out to Baseball Lifestyle 101.
Shout 'em
We were
out.
at their gathering at the players' house. What at what? Oh yeah, so they had a claw machine,
Wow.
and I will say, because we were talking to the powers that be, that claw machine is basically impossible to win. The way they have it set up, where they have the settings where they kept it at like hardest possible to win anything, Mikey still won. So Mikey got himself some ice cream cone shorts,
Ooh.
and they're very cool. Jared?
It was free to use, so we kind of just like kept picking away. We
took like 40 tries.
yeah, it was like 40 tries, but like we kept moving the shorts until we finally pushed it over the edge. If you had to pay for it, it would have easily been the cost of the shorts.
Oh, far more. Far more. Depending on how much each turn is. So yeah, we kind of all got them, if we're being honest, because we kind of all moved the
Shout
shorts
out
up
Mikey,
a little bit.
man.
But Mikey
doing it big.
Mikey
per
did
usual.
dunk it though.
The GOAT.
Oh, as always. But yeah, so it's sunny for the All-Star Game. 0.1% chance of rain, 11-mile-an-hour winds. But it's go.
If you
Coley,
guys
sorry.
see the BL 101 guys again, can you tell them to send the ice cream stuff to my house? I would wear that all the time.
Yeah, I actually, I talked to them tonight, and they were like, "Oh, you would wear the ice cream shorts?" I was like, "Fuck yeah!" The only reason why I said that is because Coley wanted them, so I was like, "Oh, if Coley thinks that they're cool, then they must be
They're
cool."
sick.
So I'll tell them to send you ice cream shorts.
For the Derby and the All-Star Game, that is your weather look ahead, as always brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears. You chew them with your mouth. Here you go, Jared.
What's next?
Predictions.
Prediction time.
Got Wilson.
Yep. Give me WC40 and the National League. National League's gonna win the All-Star Game. They're a way better league. The American League fucking sucks. That would be kind of funny if the American League won this year, just because the league's so bad.
Sure.
AL lineup kind of stinks. If you compare this lineup to other lineups, it's like, yikes, that's All-Star starters? Yeesh.
Yeah, NL wins the All-Star Game 8-1. Wilson Contreras wins the Home Run Derby. That's my prediction. Steven?
If I weren't a Red Sox fan, I would say Kyle Schwarber wins the Home Run Derby, but I'm a Red Sox fan, so we're going Wilson Contreras, and I think the NL wins 7-2.
Coley?
I don't even know who's in the home run derby. Is Caminero in the home run derby?
Yep.
I think Junior Caminero is going to win the home run derby. And I think the AL is going to win the All-Star game.
Score prediction?
4-2.
Okay. See?
Home run derby. I'm going to go with Ben Rice. Ben Rice is going to win it with his dad. I want to vote for Wilson Contreras. I do. I love the story of him and Jose.
I'm not used to where it is. I just added it. You know how it is. You get to feel for these things. We'll get there.
He just says something and Coley's like out of frame. It's like, what's he looking for? All this, bang.
Like when a ref's trying to throw the flag and it's just like stuck. Like, I got you. I can give you a second.
I've been obsessed with how disrespectful it is to just walk up to someone and hold up a yellow card. I wouldn't hate incorporating some sort of card system into the program as well.
Oh, that would be a lot of fun. You're right. I mean, in the World Cup, they take their sweet ass time with these cards. And I do love how the players, like, after the violation has happened, like, what if we go, no, sir, no, it's not a flag. It's not, no.
Just banging someone with the card.
Boom.
Yeah, I think that'd be very satisfying.
It's got to be fun. They all treat it differently, too. They'll all have, like, a different kind of inflection, which is
Bang.
boom, like, right in your face. And they know what's coming, too.
You gotta,
I'm gonna go Wilson Contreras in the home run derby.
What was that? It was not.
I just raised my
earlier
hand.
too. Earlier he did like one of these
up from the rubble. Yeah.
I didn't know if I had the authority to request airtime.
Please, Papa.
Yeah, go
ahead.
But yeah, give me Wilson Contreras. I love the fact that him and Jose Flores go back to his day with the Cubs and them working out and like him being a coach and throwing BP to him back then. I think that is a pretty cool storyline. The actual All-Star game, shout out John Schneider just shitting on Cam Schlittler. I think that is one of the funniest things I've seen in a while. Be like, I don't care if you told me he'd throw 9 innings. I was starting Dylan Cease, so good luck to you. If he wants to talk to it, him and Boone, he can call me. That is just hilarious. Give me the National League, and a certain someone, a.k.a. James Wood, is definitely going deep in that game.
He does do that.
Good call.
I will say the American League had won 9 straight All-Star games in a row. Since then, it's been NL winning 2 of the last 3, notably last year, and this caught me by surprise, I'm not going to lie, in a swing-off where Kyle Schwarber brought it home for the National League.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, there's like guys that left the game.
Yeah.
Like, we need to use so-and-so in a swing off. And they're like, that dude is
Listen,
at home on the toilet.
the
That
MLB
dude's pooping right now.
and its players are inching dangerously close to NBA territory with how they're talking about the All-Star game. Like, it's just something I'm worried about.
I
Like,
think the Derby's in a much better place than like the
no
slam
doubt.
dunk
That's why I said the
contest,
game. That's why I said the
Okay.
game. Like the Derby, but even that, you get guys for years now who have pulled out because it messes with their swing and other fucking utter woke nonsense that doesn't really exist in the real world. So that's where it like, I'm just, with all the talk about the fucking salary cap and all that, like they're trending towards basketball like the worst parts of basketball. That's not what they should be aiming for at all.
That's a good point, Coley. Why don't you keep those good points rolling and give us a final thought here?
No.
Wow.
All right, fine.
Ooh, a couple things actually. What's so funny?
You're just like always shocked you get called on for this. Ooh.
No final thought time. He's like, whoa, okay.
Oh, shit.
gonna-
Didn't see that
Are
one
you going to
coming.
talk about Franklin Arias getting shortstop mogged by
Yep.
Leo DeVries?
Coley knows me too well. Yes, Franklin Arias did get shortstop mugged, had to play second base, batted second, ended up going 0 for 2. Some pretty wild hacks from him.
With
Now
an
he was
RBI.
facing,
With an RBI.
Yep, RBI ground out after going down 0-2. He was facing some nasty pitching, but a little aggressive at the plate. Anthony Ianson came in, got 1 out, faced 2 batters, had a walk, and then a fly out to center. Even funnier, before he came into the game, there was a moment where there was a mound visit, and he actually came all the way down from the bullpens in Philly, started walking onto the field, and then had to go all the way back up and run across the field because they weren't calling for a pitching change yet. So a little awkward, a little weird, even when the Red Sox aren't doing something stupid in front of us. Their prospects are going through it. But no like major moments from either of those two. And I will add this to the draft talk we had since we didn't go too deep. Martin Sheeler, go watch some video if you want to understand their draft strategy because it pops, man. There's a lot to be excited about. It's 115 to 116.
The double tap.
Yeah. Jay Bruner was the...
Nope.
What's the name? Jay Buhner. There we go. Jay Buhner. I believe it was...
Jim Brewer.
Yep. Thank you. I'm trying to remember who had the comp on Twitter. I don't want to... I think it's Joe Doyle.
Martinez.
Yeah. Listen, I didn't watch Jay Buhner. He was well before my time. Joe Doyle, shout him out. Running a new site, Overslot. Fuck you guys.
Alex Rodriguez.
Where they do a lot of
Itchy
stuff.
Suzuki.
I hate you guys. What was Jay Buhner's last year? 2001. Okay, I was 3. That makes me feel a little better. But he dropped the Jay Buhner comp that Twitter was essally running with.
Richie Sexman.
My first baseball card. But it is a weird little kind of toe tap situation.
Yeah, Jim Tomas.
Shout out Jim Tomey's son who got drafted as well.
Yeah, he did. Same big fucking head as Jim Tomey. Same smiley.
Yeah.
So much face on that kid.
Yeah.
Landon Tomey ended up going to the White Sox. And fun fact, when his dad had sex, he was a member of the White Sox and when he was born. So, like, he was conceived in Chicago. Is that bad? What was I saying? Yeah, Martin Sheeler.
You're talking about Jim
Jay
Tomey
Buhner.
coming into his life, I believe.
Yeah, he came in Chicago. So, like, Landon is following in those steps. And then Caleb LaFavor. Dude, when you get a Jacob Mizorowski comp, that's insane in the 10th round. But 6'7", he's like 215, already hitting 95 on the gun. Feel for breaking stuff in secondaries. My 2 favorite picks of the draft, Martin Sheeler, Caleb LaFavor.
Hell yeah, well, you have to...
Steve?
Steven?
All right. So, I don't know why I led like that. Section10merch.com for the best merch on the planet. Like we mentioned last show, the Venezuela benefit shirts are in the Section 10 shop, and all profits go to the Red Sox Foundation's Venezuela earthquake relief efforts. So please get yourself one of those. Once again, one park remaining. It is the A's park for the merch map. We did have someone reach out and say and confirm, and I would have expected this, but I still like to confirm that they will be crossing that off when the Red Sox head there at the end of this month. So I appreciate that. Sign up for the Section 10 Patreon for incredible bonus content every single week. Patreon.com/Section 10 podcast. The membership cards, Jerry.
Yeah, so if you haven't heard the membership cards, what tier is it that gets the membership cards? The Ketchup Crew? Ketchup Crew and above gets a membership card. So you go to the merch site, and with the same email that you signed up with the Patreon for, if you select the Section 10 membership card on our merch site, it's free. It's just how we get your mailing address. You just pay the shipping, and we're going to send you the membership cards.
And I got 2 shout-outs to close the closing thoughts. One is to your family, Jared, for going to Dildo Island. That was... Okay, Dildo. Sorry. Dildo Island sounds a lot funnier, but for going to Dildo, that was hilarious. I'm not going to lie. I didn't even notice at first because, like, I'm so used to seeing your fam in the shirts. I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, it's from Ellen. Let's put that on the story. Boom, post. And then I was swiping through. I'm like, wait, they're at Dildo. I should have realized this because they said they go to Dildo and they went to Dildo. And the last shout out is to the dude that I did a hat swap with. So we did our team store tour today, and it pissed me off because you guys know I always do the All-Star hat. And I'm not going to lie, like I want the logo to be a little bit bigger and a little lower, but I'm nitpicky, whatever. They didn't have like a navy version with the All-Star logo on it. It was all white. I don't wear white hats. It doesn't look good on a big head. You got to balance the colors out. And so this dude was at the Baseball Lifestyle 101 party, and I saw him with this hat, and Mikey kind of like pointed me over to it, like, look, he's got the hat you want. And I was just like, oh, that's good. I didn't even mention it. There was a dude that we met that's a big Philly guy, and it was his buddy. So he brought us over and was just like, hey, like, this guy kind of loves your hat. It got twisted into like he wants your hat. I'm like, I wasn't trying to take this guy's hat by any means. But he's like, oh, I like your Boston Strong hat. Like, if you want to swap, I'm like, yes, I would love to swap. Let's do the swap immediately. They got the Be Strong hats all over the, Jersey Street store, so I can get another one of those, but you just can't. These are nowhere. Like, he got it at like a private party, and so we did a hat swap, and that was a lot of fun. So shout out to that guy.
It's a good hat. Yeah. I really
how
like the hat.
was the merch? As the team store tour is not out yet. How is the merch this year?
Not bad. I think you would probably like it a little more than me, Coley, because it's more like mix and match colors that aren't necessarily as like, I don't want to say boring as I like, but
Sure.
A lot of lighter colors,
Okay.
a lot of white shirts, and maybe like a light blue type of Phillies vibe going on there. The baseball selection was tough. I did find there was a smaller store in the park that had a better baseball than the one I got at the team store. But all things considered, one of my biggest takeaways was I don't think they have an all-star jersey this year. I think they're just like making it stars and stripes for like the numbers and putting the 250 patch on the side and calling it a day. And it's like, guys, this could have been one of the coolest all-star jerseys of all time. I hope I'm wrong, but that wasn't in the store. The only ones they had were the stars and
It would
stripes.
be in the store. Yeah, that stinks.
Yeah, the store itself, it was fine. No real complaints. It was packed and pretty hot in there, but I got a good TSD in there with the fellas, and we'll be back there tomorrow trying to get as much stuff we can.
The jacket in the team store, the Phillies All-Star jacket. I liked it a lot. I like the color scheme. There's a lot of black and red, but if you're gonna do a jacket, there has to be something on the back. There was nothing on the back. Like, I like a good All-Star jacket that has, like, if you've hosted the All-Star game in the past, then you have all the patches going down the sleeves of all the former All-Star logos. I love that. Show me the history. Show me the brand new 2026 logo on the chest. Make that be the feature piece. But there's got to be something on the back, because if I'm like walking down the street and you see me from behind, you got to know, like, hey, that dude's got a sick like Philly All-Star game jacket on. It can't look like, oh, that's just a jacket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you've got to be making a statement from all angles. I like back logos. I like front logos. I like sleeve logos on both sides. And yeah, they really let me down with the back logo this year.
I would add, Jerry, it's a layup just to put a big ass logo of this All-Star game on the back. Like, if you're going to do the whole sleeve thing with the past All-Star game logos, which is such a great touch. I love that. Just put this one on the back. Like, that's what it should be. And maybe even a little one on the front, big one on the back. But either way, I think it was solid. There's maybe some other team stores I'd put ahead of them, but it wasn't like it was a bad experience. It was just a different one. So that's fine.
Yeah. I'm looking at the merch online now. It does look like that is the jersey, Steve, and boy, does it stink.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It was disappointing. It was disappointing.
I heard Blue Jays fans were
Franklin
mad.
Mug. I did get a Ben Franklin mug. That was my favorite
Okay.
thing. So at least we got that because I wanted some kind of like historical item, and it's like, okay, and there's a little All-Star logo on his head. So I'm like, all right.
I'm seeing a sick All-Star game snapback that just has Ben Franklin on the front going absolutely bananas.
Ben Franklin was way more featured in this store than I expected.
Why?
He's on a lot
Why?
of stuff.
Why? How are you?
Dude, they had a I took pictures. They had a Baby Yoda All-Star t-shirt.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
Baby Yoda All-Star
shit.
game. Why? Don't know.
He
And then
started
they
second
had-
for the AL.
And then they had an All-Star. I mean, forgive me, nerds. I don't know if this is DC or Marvel, but it's like an All-Star comic book shirt.
Marvel.
But like, why?
Benny Frank died in Philly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shout him out.
But yeah, I only took those pictures because who do you think I sent that to?
Robbie Fox.
Robbie Fox. I only fucking took those pictures to send to Robbie Fox. He loved
I
them.
could see that.
But
I could definitely see that.
yeah. Yeah, shout out Robbie Fox.
But yeah, the stuff they leaned in on full Philadelphia is cool. I don't know why they just didn't do that for everything. Like, they just have a hat that says John.
Who? Adams?
JAWN.
Oh,
Philly
yeah,
word.
John,
Oh, yeah, John.
yeah.
Yeah.
Technically a John.
Yeah, John. Yeah. All right. Well, that's a wrap on the first half of the 2026 Boston Red Sox season. We are what? Two games under 500?
Yeah.
200.
2 under, but at one point we were 14 games under 500. So that's pretty good. Pretty good.
I will add, and I don't know if this is still the case. I think it is. The Sox have played fewer games than the vast majority of Major League Baseball. So I think right now that's a good thing because they'll likely win those games that the other teams aren't playing.
Playing 2.
If they stay on this pace.
Playing 2 immediately out of the gate.
I know. Yeah. Long homestand. I hate the long homestand, but just prove us wrong or
We
something.
got a makeup game against the
Or
Rays
something.
to start the second half, and then we got the Yankees one, which will finish 2 series.
I was gonna say there's ketchup on the line for both. That's not true. There is for the Yankees one, and then there's a banana split on the line for that first game after the break with the Rays.
There you go. All right. It's another year of going into the break on a really, really long winning streak. Will they sustain it in the second half? I don't know. I guess you're going to have to tune in and find out. But for now, enjoy the home run derby. Enjoy the All-Star game. I would say enjoy that Wednesday after the All-Star game. I hate that day. There's just nothing doing.
Tough day.
Worst day of the year. Worst day of the year.
World Cup semifinal, Argentina.
Don't care. But we'll be back. What's the next pod is Sunday?
Oh, we can.
Eh.
I mean, we can preview the
All
series.
right. Yeah, I guess we could. Yeah. I guess we could just dick around on Thursday, Friday. I don't know. Thursday.
Sunday, next show.
Yeah. We'll figure it
Can't
out.
wait to talk to you guys again on Sunday.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be great. I can't wait. All right. We'll see you then. Ba-doop, doop, doop.
Buenas noches, amigos.